What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It is your boy Matthew Shack, live here in Los Angeles on a Saturday night. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the Mod Squad. Salute to all you goons. All y'all goons. There's a lot of goons. I got a lot of goons. A lot. Just remember that. Run the likes up for your boy. Keep the likes at 50%. Last but not least, tip your bartender, man. What's good on a Saturday night, man? Hope everything is good with you guys. Hope you guys had a good day. I did. I had a very cool day today, man, and I spent a lot of time just relaxing. Something that I never really get a chance to do. I just been chilling on the couch, just nothing popping, bro. Doing whatever I want, was just relaxing, chilling, flipping through channels, just doing whatever, bro. And it just getting to that point of the night where I'm like, man, I got to get up and talk to you guys, man. And just kept, I'll wait, I'll wait, I'll wait. So, man, I got to come in now, dog, because it's going to get to that point, man, where I'm going to be starting to get drowsy, get that bed, especially when I've been doing what I've been doing. So I didn't get a chance to last night, man, to talk to you guys, man. So whoever shows up, shows up. Show up or blow up. Um, I didn't get a chance to talk to you, all y'all, about the Raiders firing offense. Excuse me. I wish it was offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator Tom McMahon, and we were doing the Geno Smith live. If you missed the Geno Smith topic yesterday about whether or not the Raiders should bench Geno Smith, a lot of interaction, a lot of opinions on that. Very good live, man. If you got time, go back and check that out from yesterday. Still valid. We don't play for another 8 days. This time next week, I will be in Las Vegas, Nevada for the entire weekend. I'll be there Saturday. I fly in Saturday. I'll be there Sunday. I'll be there Monday. I'll be there at the stadium Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys, and then I'll be flying back to LA on Tuesday. So it's on and popping, dog. I'm gonna be boots to the ground. I'm gonna be going live. Y'all know when I go to Vegas, it's turned up. I would recommend you paying attention while I'm there the entire time. Be prepared to see some brand new merch that has been unreleased that I have been waiting for. And when y'all see this, man, just understand that I'm not playing. Okay? Just understand that, man. Nobody's seen it. If you won't live in this house right here, you ain't seen it. Okay? So you better get ready. Get ready. Shack Friday, aka Black Friday, will be here real soon. And I'm gonna take care of y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know some things are up. You gonna see. Every day I'm busting something. I'm just letting you know, bro. Okay. All right. But all that being said, I didn't get a chance to talk to you about my thoughts about Tom McMahon being fired and how I feel about it. Y'all know um, how I feel about the Raiders, and unless you knew around here, I am definitely somebody who takes this. This is my life. This is part of my life. It's not my life as far as number one, but it's I'd say it's probably in the top 6 or 7 things in my life. Okay, probably about sixth or seventh, possibly. When it comes to sports, it's definitely number one. But I got more important things than sports. But with that being said, um, I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about what I thought about it. All right. So, unless you guys haven't been paying attention, we'll go ahead and get into it. Tom McMahon was fired yesterday during our live yesterday, and I didn't really address it. I didn't come back in last night. Like I said, I've been getting a lot of rest. I've been chilling and getting prepared for me to be out all next weekend. Uh, so here's what Matthew Shack Unfiltered officially thinks of the situation. So, so Tom McMahon gets fired. Majority of Raider Nation didn't even know his name. To be totally honest with you, you talk to Raider Nation and you ask him, "Hey man, Who's the offensive coordinator? Chip Kelly. Who's the defensive coordinator? Patrick Graham. Who's the head coach? Pete Carroll. Who's the offensive the special teams coach? I didn't know his name. So what? You fire the man now? Why? Why fire him now? Do you know how many people deserve to be fired right now? Do you understand who deserves to be fired right now, bro? Outside of Pete Carroll's untouchable. I'm just letting you Raider fans know he's untouchable unless he decides that he wants to leave. He's not going nowhere. Okay? He's untouchable. All right? Spike Tech is untouchable because of Brady. Brady paid for his boy to be in charge. Understand that? That's part of the deal. Hey, man, I come over here, man. Can I have my guy be my homeboy? That's how you know you got a good friend. When your friend says, hey, man, you want me, you got to hook him up too. Spot Tech ain't going nowhere. Okay? Why do you get rid of Tom McMahon, bro? He's been bad. So let's go over it. Tom McMahon hasn't just been the head of the special teams for one season. That's what makes it bad about you Raider fans that's always talking about fire somebody. Because you didn't even know his name. And second of all, he's been your special teams coach for 4 years. Don't act like you knew that. You did not. Tom McMahon has been your special teams coach for 4 years. This wasn't his first year. He's been there 3 other years. He goes back to Gruden. You know that, right? He goes back. He was a special teams coach for Pete Carroll. He was a special teams coach for Antonio Pierce. He was a special teams coach for Josh McDaniels. He was a special teams coach for John Gruden. 4 regimes, 4 different coaches. And now, when he's done the same exact job that he did this year, half of last year with AP, half of last year with McDaniels, a whole season with McDaniels, and a whole a season, well, actually a half a season with John Gruden, well, another half season with McDaniels and a half a season with Gruden. Now you guys talking about fire a guy? You didn't even know his damn name, dog. Somebody could have offered you $500 and say, hey, man, name the special teams coach. You wouldn't have been able to do it, dog. But now you guys are so much experts because now he's fired. Now everybody knows his name. So my question is, why fire him now, bro? Why fire him now? He should have never been retained. If you remember, like I always try to tell you guys, man, you don't get to walk around here and act like you're superhero Raider fan, like you're a Raider fan or Avenger, and you don't know shit about the Avengers. You don't even know who's on the Avengers. How are you in the Avengers and you don't even know who's in it? Okay? You say the Avengers name. Who's in the Avengers? Oh, man, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Vision. Yeah, Vision. What's her name, bro, with the red hair? Charlotte Johansson. Y'all start saying their real names and shit. How long would it take you to get the Hawkeye? Jeremy Renner. You know Hawkeye is also a member of the Avengers. So that's the person you ain't going to say his name. You're going to think of everybody else's name. You ain't going to say Hawkeye. Same with Tom McMahon. You didn't know his name, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. Just be honest, bro. You didn't know his name. Because it wasn't important for you to know his name. But he's been doing the same shit all this time. All right? So let's go over this year. Right now, the Las Vegas Raiders in field goal percentage were 28th in the NFL. 28th. That's not good. Okay? Daniel Carlson is playing his worst football from kicking a football since 2019. This is the worst that he's been in 5+ years. Okay. He's only making 76% of his field goals. And he's not kicking 68 yarders. This dude is missing chip shots. He's missed a lot. And when it comes to, remember when he had that streak of extra points? Remember a couple years ago when he had that streak, when he had missed no extra points in like, 40, 50 tries? He's missed considerable extra points. That extra point that he missed against the Bears, we could have won the game. The blocked field goal that against the Bears. The other blocked field goal we just had. Okay. AJ Cole has I can't even remember the last time. He's got 2 blocks this year. The whole big ass touchdown runs that they be getting on special teams. But now, when we're out of contention, let's just keep it a buck, bro. We're out of contention. If we run the table, we still need help. Okay? If we can run the table right now, we still need help. We're out of contention, bro. After week 18, we're done playing football. You won't see no more silver and black playing no football till next season. Why fire him now, bro? So that's my question. And for what? Is it going to help us? Who became the special teams coach, bro? Who became the special teams coach? The assistant. So what do? What did I teach you guys yesterday? About raising up the assistant to a position of power. It just happened, bro. It just happened. What did I tell you about why you don't win, Raider fan? Especially you Las Vegas Raider fans. I feel bad for y'all. At least the LA Raider fans got a chip. It's the last one we got. Oakland Raider fans, we got 2. But to be honest, Oakland and LA, we got them all. We got them all. You don't have a damn thing. But what I tell you about elevating somebody to that position, and you've had that twice, and you blew it. Now you have the second. You just did exactly what I've been preaching with the special teams coach. But that's not going to help you win a Super Bowl because you got to do it with the head coach. And then the general manager has to let the head coach get his quarterback. That's harder than this. But we just did it. It just happened where we just fired somebody. Every year somebody gets fired in the season from the Raiders. Every year. You notice that? For the last 4 seasons in a row, somebody got their ass fired on their day off for stealing boxes, Craig. Okay? First person to get fired in the middle of the season, John Gruden. Second person to get fired after that, Josh McDaniels. Third person to get fired after that, or actually his contract, he didn't get fired during the season. Okay? Luke Getsy. He got fired. You know that, right? No, Luke Getsy got fired in the middle of the season last year. Remember when you had the Turners running it? Scott Turner and Norv Turner were running your offense? Somebody got fired in the middle of the season. So that's 3 years in a row. And then this year, Tom McMahon got fired in the middle of the season. That's 4 consecutive years of people who are supposed to be important to the success of the Las Vegas Raiders. Head coach, offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, 4 consecutive seasons in a row. So for all of you guys that always talking about fire Pete, fire this guy, fire this one, fire, it don't help you. Firing don't help you do anything. All it does is show how inept you are when it comes to interviews, the hiring process, evaluating somebody's resume, evaluating somebody's pedigree, and putting them in a position to stink up the joint first. Let them fuck the season up, then we fire somebody. Nah, that's not what you do. Because nobody else does that shit. Just you. You just hire anybody, bro. Okay? The Raiders is supposed to be your kids. It's supposed to be your Your old school vehicle. It's supposed to be your house. It's supposed to be your who's in charge of your money 401k, like who's your advisor. It's supposed to be that, bro. It's supposed to be your wallet. It's supposed to be your credit cards. It's supposed to be your PIN number on your ATM card. It's supposed to be like that. Y'all treat this shit like it's an empty aluminum can or some shit. Y'all just take sip it and throw the shit out the window. You just take the whole Raiders, sip the whole Raiders down, and just throw the shit out the window, man. And then you're concerned about who picks it up. That's like you driving down the freeway, drinking a Modelo, even though you ain't supposed to be drinking, but we know you do it. And you finish the cut and you throw it out the window and you see a homeless man pick it up. You decide to turn around and yo, what are you doing with my can? What are you doing with my can, homie? You threw it out the window, dog. Oh, no. I don't want you to have it, though. Nah, dog. You guys don't care about the Raiders like that. Y'all co-sign everybody. You know how I know? Because every time somebody gets hired, I do a live. Every time we hire somebody, I do a live. Okay? So every hire and every fire that we've had on here since I've been on here, 3 years, 3.5, something like that, whatever. You can go back and go read the comments because they have something called a chat feed. And you can actually read the chat feed and see the names and see what they say, bro. And I didn't see nobody ever, when it was hired, when they got hired, I didn't see none of you guys being critical. I just saw me being critical. And me being asked why I was being critical. I didn't see y'all being critical. So for those of you guys that said fire Tom McMahon, my question to you is this. Why didn't we fire him last year? We were bad last year. Why didn't we fire him the year before? We were bad the year before. Why didn't we fire the year before? We were bad the year before. I mean, why do it now? I have the answer. Because even though our season is over, even though Pete Carroll is untouchable to be fired, unless it's by mutual agreement, somebody still needs to be the scapegoat. Pete had to do something. Not for you, not for me, not for Raider Nation, not for the Black Hole, not for the Unfiltered Nation, not for the Raiderettes. Salute to the Raiderettes. No. To those sponsors and those hotels and those high rollers in Las Vegas. Got to answer to the state of Nevada. You got to answer to the governor of Nevada. You got to answer to the mayor of Paradise, Nevada, the mayor of Las Vegas, Nevada, Steve Wynn, all those people, bro. They need an answer. Somebody has to pay. Somebody has to pay for that. And guess what? You think Pete Carroll was going to walk in and fire his sons? Why does Brendan Carroll still have a job? Isn't Brendan Carroll in charge of the offensive line, who can't hold their water, who can't even block? You could put 5 toddlers there and they can't block them. Why isn't he fired? Why isn't the other son fired? Because Pete ain't firing his own kids. Are you crazy? I'm not firing my kids, bro. I don't care how good they do. It's just like y'all. You know your kid's bad acting. You know your kid got a foul mouth. You know your daughter be in there cussing and stuff. You know she in the 2nd grade saying crazy shit. But you ain't gonna do nothing to her. You're just gonna tell her, hey baby, come on, take you get some ice cream. You shouldn't be doing that, young lady. That doesn't. You ain't disciplining yours, bro. So don't get on Pete Carroll for him not disciplining his, dog. He's setting his kids up. Haven't you noticed that nepotism is what it is? Y'all only care when it's LeBron. You only care when it's Shador. You only care when they don't look like you. But when somebody look like me do the same shit that everybody else do, oh, it's a problem. But when they do it, ain't no problem. Tell me why Pete Carroll's sons are on the staff. What have they done? Ain't done shit. But they're on the staff, and they're going to be on the staff because that's part of the deal. They take care of theirs. I don't have a problem with it. I just have a problem that you guys have a problem with it when they're brown, black, spotted, dotted, striped, polka dotted, or plaid. Maybe even Argyle, you have a problem with it. But nepotism is how this shit works. Mark my words, 30 years from now, when Barron Trump is the president of the United States, just trying to help you guys out. Okay? So why now? Because somebody needed to pay the price. And who's the easiest person? Can't get rid of Chip ass. You can't get rid of Chip. That ain't working. Getting rid of Chipper ain't working. You can't, I mean, damn, don't you think Chip deserves to be fired, dog? You don't think Chip deserves to be fired for what he did? The best and greatest tight end in the game, who had 3 touchdown passes 4 days before we played the Broncos, had 1 catch for 33 yards all game. Brock Bowers averaged 33 yards a catch, and he didn't get the ball anymore. And that guy still has a job? They ain't nothing to talk about. So if you guys want to get all, y'all want to get all oiled up. You want to get all oiled up over Tom McMahon getting fired, bro, when the season's over. We're not going to be much better. These dudes aren't going to be better coached. These dudes they're absolutely not even players that should be here next year. How hard is it to coach special teams? How hard is it? These dudes can't cover a bedspread on a damn bed. Daniel Carlson is an absolute shell of himself, dog. I never thought I would be saying it right now. I think we might need a change. If Daniel Carlson don't right the ship, he has the rest of this year to right the ship. You don't right the ship, man, we might have to move on, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. We can't keep having him miss field goals like that, bro. And you know what? It happens with the greatest of the greatest. I remember when Adam Vinatieri, who was Mr. Money when he was with the Patriots, the hoodie said, hey, man, that's it. What did he do? He went over to the Colts and won another Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. He had to go. Okay? It happens. You can't stay. It's not working, bro. You got to go. Simple as that. Like I said, Daniel Carlson ain't Adam Vinatieri, bro. But sometimes you got to go, bro. Okay? Is what it is. All right? So for me, it's just that, even though Tom McMahon deserves to be fired, but so does everybody else. Y'all know how it works at the job. Last one hired, first one fired. They're going to look down the list. Damn, we got to get rid of 12 people. Everybody's in that department, bro. How are you going to blame me for the whole department not hitting their numbers when everybody's in this department? Nah. There's a hierarchy, bro. Who's the least person we can? Well, what about your son? Nah, don't even talk about my sons. And salute to Pete Carroll, because Pete Carroll got it like that. Pete Carroll got it like that. He could justify it. Well, I don't think that who's he going to talk to? Outside of Mark Davis didn't tell him what to do. If you think he had to talk to Spytek about that shit, he came in the office and told him, Tom's gone. He talked to Tom. He pulled Tom in the office. Okay? But Tom's been there 4 years. How did Tom survive all this time? How did he survive all these coaches if he isn't any good? That's how I know it was bullshit. Yeah, he had a bad year, but everybody has. Everybody's shit's bad. To me, Chip Kelly's more of a liability, but you got to pay Chip $6 million. That's the difference. You ain't paying Tom McMahon. He might be getting $1 million. If that, you paying, if I don't even think he's getting $1 million. So let's not act like somebody deserves to be fired when damn near everybody deserves to be fired, bro. Gino deserves to lose his job, but guess who's going to be starting on Monday Night Football? Same guy. So let's not get into who deserves to be fired. It's who's getting fired. That's crazy. You're not going to fire the person that's missing the field goals, Daniel Carlson. You're not going to get rid of the people on the line that can't block. You're not going to get rid of the offensive coordinator who refuses to throw the football to Brock Bowers. I mean, I don't even understand that, dog. I mean, the stats are right in front of you. Brock Bowers has 1 catch for 33 yards. Don't you think that that is a good idea to get him the football sometime in the game? No, because he didn't do it because your boy don't care about winning. They don't care about winning, bro. That doesn't make sense. If you're playing Madden, man, you're playing Madden, bro, online, and you know that you had a play, you're losing, and you got a play that you can actually use that they can't stop. You would not wait and not use that play again because you just didn't feel like doing it. No, you would go back to that player again until they can't stop it. But no, not Chip Kelly. It wasn't scripted for him to do that. So for me, this is wasting everybody's time, bro. Should have did it 2 or 3 games ago. Why didn't you do it at the break? We've been playing bad. I just told you. Block field goal. Remember we could have beat the Bears? Block field goal. Who's that on? Special teams. Remember when they just ran around and just knocked it down? We could have won the game. That was a win right there. Daniel Carlson having an opportunity to kick on 4th and 5 and making a field goal would have been 2 wins. Special teams giving up 14 points. Remember the game when the special teams gave up 14 points? They gave up 2, a touchdown, and they gave up a fumbled the ball and picked it up and ran it or whatever. That's 3 games we could have won. Okay? Just look at the difference. It's justifiable. You know the rest. Unaliving. 28th in ranking. Daniel Carlson having the worst field goal percentage in the past 6 seasons. Block punts. Can't return the ball. People getting big ass returns on this whack ass rule, that the kickoff rule. You just better be lucky that the kickoff rule is saving our team. It's saving us. Because if it was the traditional kick it off and everybody run, you can outrun the coverage and you out. Now, you can't run until they catch the ball. So where are you? You're way back here ready to tackle somebody. You know how bad you got to be if you're staggered? You know how bad you got to be if you're staggered? I'll use basketball as an analogy, bro. Okay? Well, you know, hopefully y'all can keep up because basketball is a lot more, ain't as easy for a lot of y'all. Okay? That's like somebody running a fast break on you. Okay, they decide to break the press. You're pressed on defense, and they're trying to break the press. That's what we always do. We're gonna break the press. We're gonna run you into the ground. Okay, how are you gonna break the press when you only got 1 player up front and the rest of them are in the front court? They're not in the back court. They're in the front court, waiting for you. There is no press to be broken. So how in the hell are you giving up big ass runs when everybody's back there to make sure you don't break one? That's how bad it is. Okay? So my thing is, so what's the use? I guarantee you the special teams don't look no better. Now, if I see this new guy, I think his name is Devon or something, I don't know his name. Okay. We start breaking punt returns for TDs, and we start, getting people that they don't break the 20 and we really out there balling, then I'll be able to say, okay, it's Tom McMahon. But I don't expect to see that's the same personnel, it's the same effort, it's the same scheme. They ain't changing the scheme up. So that's my answer. My answer is, who gives a shit? Who cares, bro? Doesn't help us. I'd be better off if we got rid of Chip Kelly and we try to do some different shit with the offense. Okay, but it's not gonna happen. All right, so just be prepared. Unless Eugene want to walk around and want to act like he's a $6 million man, bro. He's limping out and all that shit. The absolute joke, bro. But to fire Tom McMahon, let's not act like it was justified. It really wasn't, because there's people. Everybody should be gone. But you can't fire everybody, bro. Okay. Sorry, Carl. I know you just got on here, bro, but we about to downsize, bro. It's what it is. But those managers, they ain't going nowhere. Every time they downsize at your job, man, Chloe got a job. It don't matter, bro. I mean, the people that telling you your job has been phased out, they got a job. Their job is to tell you you don't have a job. So that's my answer, man. Let me read you guys' questions, bro. Okay. But I'm just saying, man, I didn't talk about it yesterday, but I'm gonna talk about it now. Justin Saab, what's going on? What's happening? Whittington Thomas in the building. Carlos Sanchez, what's going on, man? Salute to the Unfiltered Nation and fam. Yeah, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Justin Saab, if anything, I think firing special team coach was very justifiable, no doubt. Okay, well, what about everybody else? Come on, dog, you got to fire everybody, man, if you're gonna be fair. You gonna fire one person? Are you really gonna try to tell me that Tom McMahon is doing a worse job than Chip Kelly is? Okay, let's do it like this, man. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that Tom McMahon is the worst coach on the staff. Put it up 2 in the chat if you think somebody else. That's all. It could be whoever you think. As far as the staff, let me just go through who the coaching staff was. Pete Carroll, head coach. Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator. Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator. Tom McMahon, special teams coordinator. Put a 1 in the chat if Tom McMahon was the weakest link. Goodbye. Or somebody else on that staff. Line them up. All right. Christy Herb, what's going on, Christy? Hey, Christy. Hey, man, salute, Christy, to your friend that passed. I saw your post. Salute to your friend. You know, sound like he was a very positive man in the community. But how you like those shirts, Christy? You need to let these people know what shirts you got and how they look. You need to let them know right on here. Tell these fools on here about those shirts, including that Howie Long, including that Shohei, and including all that other shit. Okay, come on. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know, Christy. All right. Winton Thomas said, "I hope these flights hold up with the shutdown." Hey man, I ain't tripping about that, dog. Hey, I'm getting on my plane. I ain't worried about that. Okay. All right. Justin Saw. Now I wish I whack ass Chip Kelly, but we'll get to that point as soon as I'm sure that Chip has checked out. Hey, well, man, at the end of the day, man, we can't talk about that right now. But if you're gonna fire somebody, why don't you fire the person who needs to be fired the most? But like I said before, we're gonna find out what those numbers are. All right. Winton Thomas said, Bill says I'll drive if I have to. Hey, man, it ain't hard for me to drive. Like I said, man, I don't like to drive. I don't like to drive, though. I don't like it. Because when you get up, come on, Chris, you know when you get up by Victorville and all that shit, that's where it's like, man, that should be murder. But shit, man, I can still do it. But I ain't going to because I'm about to get on that flight. Oh, I'm getting on a plane. I ain't playing. Okay. Chrissy gonna be there. It's on barbecue chicken. You gonna be there, Chrissy? Oh, it's over. It's over now, man. It's over. All of us gonna be there. That's dope. That's dope. Okay. Hey, that's dope, Chris. That's dope. Okay. All right, man. So we're gonna be turning up for real now. All right. Justice Saw just had something to change the special teams for sure. Got that one. What's going on, P? Miss Patrice in the building. What's going on? Bill always says he's been inspired 6 other times. Why not 7? Well, man, it's like anything else, bro. I mean, come on, Bill. You know, you're not gonna hire somebody whose brake jobs has failed on a damn work truck 6 additional times. I mean, what makes you think that the 7th time is going to work? I mean, but that's just how the NFL is. That's why it's called the good old boy network. Homie hookup. Don't matter how bad I am, you got my back. So, but he was with us for 4 years. So what does that say about us? He was also the chief special teams coordinator. Like I said, man, y'all think you guys are just getting these dudes from nowhere. This guy used to be the special teams coordinator for the Chiefs. And then you wonder why he doesn't work with the Raiders. I keep telling you guys, man. Keep telling you guys that. Hire from within, bro. Keep this dude who's there. Make him and just leave him there, bro. You got to bring real Raiders up. This dude is more of a Raider than McMahon is. He used to be with the Chiefs. So no wonder. It makes sense. Okay, Major Raider in the building. What's going on, Major Raider? I saw you at SC, man. I saw you at the SC game, dog. Okay, what's happening? All right, man. Cedric Parker in the building. All right, man. Big B. The Raiders are just a gold mine. And man, Raiders is a they a lick. They a lick, bruh. Okay. All right, man. That's what it is. I mean, you talk about hitting a lick. The Raiders is hitting a lick, bruh. For real. You done really came up. Okay. All right, man. My boy Aunt Cuss is telling me there's a fight. There's a fight. Ortiz is fighting tonight, man. Let me go ahead and put it on my free pay-per-view channels. Let me go ahead and put that on right quick. Like I said, nothing stops me. I get all the pay-per-view fights. All I got to do is click this. Hey, man, it is what it is. All right, Chrissy said, that's what I said. So, exactly. I mean, for what? I mean, what? And you know what? Some of these fans are going to be put at ease. I mean, to be honest, that's some heat. There was some heat on the Raiders, man, with this whole situation. There was some heat because they did something. They actually did something, bro. There was some heat. So what did they do? They threw somebody out there, bro. It's just like a gladiator. Let's throw somebody out. The fans are getting rabid, man. They want to see blood. Let's just throw some bums out there so they'll just bleed all over everywhere. Okay, I got you. Said pay-per-view 7. All right, you got it. I'm about to put it on. I'm loading it up right now, and you know what we got. Okay, man, I ain't paid for a fight since Pacquiao Mayweather, bro. I told myself that was it, and guess what? I ain't missed nothing since. Everything's right here. Everything's right here, dog. I don't pay for shit. All the UFC, everything. I don't care what you're talking about. I see everything. Okay? Nothing. Ain't that right, Ant? All right. Hey, you say you can't make it up. When time says, who cares? Damage was already done. Feudal move at this point. It was done for the powers that be in Vegas. Okay? Yeah, yes, sir. And it was done for the powers that be in Vegas. It wasn't done for us. It was done to appease the people because right now Vegas isn't making any money, bro. Vegas ain't making no money right now, dog. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you, bro. Ain't making no paper right now. Okay. And unfortunately, though, that's just what it is. Okay. So numbers are down. People ain't going to the games. You know, it's not working, bro. It's not working. Okay. All right. Chrissy said, yeah, real shit. You starting with Pete's son. Yeah, Pete got 2 sons that work there. Christy got 2 sons that work on the staff. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like I said before, ain't nobody say nothing when they do it. When they do it, you used to them doing it. It's not a problem. But when you see other people, you got to get used to that. The next thing that you guys have a problem with, because all you racists, you guys are also sexist too. Christy, listen to me. Patrice, listen to me. They're sexist too. So guess what's going to happen? When you start seeing prominent women start being prominent, I'm going to tell you over the next decade, over the next 10 years, you're going to start seeing women calling shots in men's sports. You're going to see the first female head coach in basketball or football or Major League Baseball real fast. I'll tell you this right now. Becky Harmon was good enough to be the damn coach. Becky Harmon, she could do it. It's going to happen. And when you see their daughters going to be on that staff, you little racists and you damn little sexist, y'all going to have a big ass problem. You're going to have a huge problem when you see this lady and her daughters running shit. You ain't going to like that. Okay? You're really going to be crying like a hoe. Because it's going to happen. You know what I'm going to be doing? Laughing. Because I'm already telling you, if you're already mad because you're seeing minorities doing what you guys have been doing for all this time, wait till you see the ladies do it. And when women do shit, they do it way better than us. When women decide to get even with your ass or they decide to play that game, you're in shambles. I'm telling you that shit now. Okay? Ask a lot of my homies who was looking at the ceiling in the dark, laying in the bed with all the lights off, looking at the ceiling, bruh, because they got a heavy dose of what they were already doing to her. And she did it better. Okay? Like I said, you could be offset all you want to, but she gonna get pregnant by Stephon Diggs. Cardi gonna get pregnant by Stephon, and you're getting little strip club broads pregnant. Not the same. It don't hit the same. And I got the fight on, Ant. Got the fight on, man. This big brother right here look like, oh, ding, ding. Okay, I'm watching the fight and talking to y'all at the same time. All right. Ortiz Jr. and Lubit. What's going down? All right. Justice Saab. Think special team coach need to be fired. Shake things up. Shake things up for what? The end of the season's the end of the season. Getting rid of him doesn't increase your record at all. All right. Okay, Major Raider in the building. When Tom said, been here, been there. Okay. All right, man. Doc on the block. Shaq knows. Al Davis got fans wanting to fire everyone, but yet they were mad every time he fired a coach. Well, like I said before, man, Al Davis, we wouldn't be a championship franchise if it wasn't for Al Davis. Nobody's done nothing. Al's been gone 14 years. You can't even win a playoff game, dog. Can't even win a playoff game, man. Since 2011, come on, dog. I mean, that first 9 years of not winning a playoff game, or I say 8 years, that was on Al's watch. That was on Al's watch because 2003 to 2011, that's on Al's watch. After that, 2011 to 2025, that's longer than his drought. Al's drought was 8 years. Mark's is longer than that. So I'm just saying, somebody doing a bad job. All right, man. You don't get to walk around here popping it. Nope. Okay. I always do what the hell I want. What's going on? Sarah K. Scott, I didn't even know you was in here. Said you read about this. Very, very interesting. Well, man, like I said, somebody got to get fired. It's just like somebody got to get fired. Somebody has to pay the price for it, and Tom McMahon is going to get another job because he's already been fired 6 other times. I mean, how do you stay in the same industry and you get fired that many times? I mean, because you got friends to keep hiring you, bro. Simple as that. I tell you like this, man. If you had friends like Tom McMahon, you'd be in a better place, bro. You'd be in a better place, okay? Because he's always going to be taken care of. All right? Okay, Bill Holloway. This ain't Cheers. Not everyone knows his name. Nope. But you had 4 years to know his name. Aren't you supposed to know that? You got an uncle in your family you don't know his name. Hey, Uncle Jimmy. Hey, Uncle Sam. Uncle Danny. Oh, yeah. Hey, Uncle Danny. That's how y'all sound when you don't even know your special team coordinator's name. Okay. Rich B was there, Gruden, but upon him leaving, the Green Bay Panthers were happy to keep Tom per retaining. Rich Bisaccia should be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders right now, bro. I really think we would have been in the Super Bowl by now, bro. Probably would have won one. He had that team. You see how fast it was? You see how quick it went from Gruden to him, how to galvanize? It's like chemistry, bro. It's like, take it from somebody who knows, bro. Okay? They'd just be like the person who you ain't even thinking about be the one that the chemistry's the best with. Like, you ain't even think, y'all just cool. Just cool people, friends, whatever. And one night y'all decide, hey, let's go eat or something. And you just like, wow, this is crazy. And they're like, wow, this is crazy. And then boom. Like, that shit happens, bro. You've known them this way. But once you cross that threshold, everything's working. Like, wow, man, this is crazy. Scary, bro. Happened to me. We was friends. That's it. Friends. Good year and a half, just friends. Went out. Her friends, we were all just out. Telling you. Okay? Rich Bisaccia was him, dog. I don't give a fuck what none of these roaches with Raider hats are talking about. I guarantee you they have no chips. They have nothing on their mantle. They don't even have a AFC West title, or they might have that. But they don't have no Super Bowls. That's for damn sure. Okay? All right. And they definitely don't have no playoff wins if they're under 23 years with the fan base and they don't have no Super Bowls that are under 41. Rich Bisaccia was the guy. You blew it. Mark, you blew it, bro. He was him, dog. Okay? And for Al Davis, his mistake was firing Art Shell when Art Shell was 12-4 and he was the AFC Coach of the Year, bro. How do you fire the Coach of the Year? How do you do that? How do you do that, bro? You haven't had a Coach of the Year. A lot of y'all have never seen a Raider have a Coach of the Year ever in your life. You've never seen it. Okay? There's been three Raider NFL Coaches of the Year. Al Davis was one in the AFL. John Madden was one. And Art Shell. John Gruden never got that shit. Rich Bisaccia was your ticket to getting your ring, but you didn't do that. Then you had another chance. You had another chance with Antonio Pierce, but we already explained why y'all didn't want that to happen. But like I said before, what do I look like looking at somebody's race and saying they couldn't be my coach when I've won? Oh, he beat his ass. It's over, Ant. Round 2. Man, Ant, why you waste my time with this shit? He beat this boy's ass in the second round. He fights better than his dad, that's for sure. Okay. Danny C was starting missing over a year ago when his brother was exposed. Crazy, bro. Okay. What's going on? Bill Howard, he's a scapegoat. I agree. Someone had to be the scapegoat. Okay. All right, man. Okay. It's not going to help you, though. All right, man. What's going on? She said, I asked my kid's mom if she was okay. Her junkie boyfriend and boyfriend, you can sound like total shit. I hear that in the background when I'm calling my kids. I'm the shit, and I'm the shit guy. Well, Jesse, you got to understand what that is. In your situation, you're the scapegoat. You're the scapegoat. You know why you're the scapegoat? Because you're the guy that's what you have to be. See, somebody, you have to understand in life, you're going to always be somebody's problem. It just matters whether or not they're important enough for you to even hear their voice or find out about it or whatever it is. In your situation, dog, you're the problem. You know, that was an ass whooping, Ant. Ant's texting me. I'm sitting there watching it talking. I'm like, man, really, dog? 2 rounds? But that's why we don't pay. So you already know what it is. You tell my niece and nephew, Uncle Shaq say you him. That's it. Don't worry about what they doing. Because like I said, them kids grow up. And trust me, when they grow up, they're going to know who was doing what. They're going to know what mom was doing. They're going to know what crackhead boyfriend's doing. And they're going to know what you did. That's all. That's all you got to do. Booty Bang, what's going on, Booty Bang? January Sports, what's going on? Mo Sheen in the house, what's going on? What's the quote of the day? The quote of the day is, everybody is the bad guy to somebody. I don't care who you are. There is no everybody loves Chris. Nope. I need to beat this. This boy wasn't even defending himself. He just getting hit. Look at this dude. You ain't even punching. This hoe ass fool, man. Get your hoe ass out of here. Okay? I can't stand fighters like that, man. He just there getting a check. It's round 2. That guy went, Ant, on this over there, and he went just like this. And he looked over. All right. All right. It's crazy that the Patriots are doing good right now. They ain't doing good right now, bro. They lost to us. The record still counts. They still lost to us. All right. All right, man. Whitney Tom said facts. We want to try to fix something after damage is done. 9 games in, we want to change this now. That's by design, not by accident. No one is dumb. That dumb. Oh, there's a lot of fans dumb. A lot of channels dumb. I mean, shit. See guys running, oh, yeah, we finally did. All right, bro. I'd have been more impressed if Pete would have fired his son, Brendan. If he would have fired Brendan Carroll, I'd be far more impressed. I'd be far more impressed, bro. I give a perfect example of that, even though it's not as serious. The dude that 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 popped that Charlie Kirk. His father was a state trooper. His father turned his son in. His father didn't help his son. His father was the one that got him to turn himself in. He honored that badge. He honored the oath. He honored that protect and serve and all of that. That ethos that they got. That's his son. That's his seed. That came out of his sack. But he walked his son in there so nobody else would get hurt. Did Pete Carroll do that? Did Pete Carroll walk his sons in there and say, sons, this ain't working out? Hell no. Nah. Nope. Tom, you gone. You'll land on your feet because he knows that Tom McMahon can get another job. Okay? He can get another job. Brendan Carroll's not getting another job. He gets fired from his pops. He only got the job because of his pops. Simple as that. Okay? All right, I know Raider guy in the building. What's going on? Eggletizi in the house. What's going on, Eggletizi? Eggletizi said Chip Kelly needs to be fired, but he won't. Raw Rudy Rango, what's going on, Triple R? What's happening, man? What's going on? Okay, good to see you, my brother. All right, man, good to see you. Said Pete Carroll's loyal to the wrong people. No, he's not. Pete Carroll ain't loyal to the wrong people. Pete Carroll's loyal to his people. He looks out for his. Have you noticed that, bro? Like, this don't have nothing to do with football, what I'm getting ready to tell you guys. I'm just really trying to just help you guys because I'm realizing it too. All right? A lot of us were raised in a certain fashion where we believe looking out for other people and, you know, turning the other cheek to a certain extent and caring about others and being concerned about the welfare of families. And, you know, you see somebody else's kids might be doing bad, you kind of intervene. It's not the climate we live in now. Climate we live in now is I'm looking out for me and mine and F yours. They're really saying F your kids. Yeah, it used to be just a meme, Christy, a meme. F those kids, F your kids. No, it's really F your kids, F your family, F your mama, F your grandmama, F all your people, bro. Okay? I'm seeing it. I've seen it here in LA, dog. I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm in my car with my wife and my son, and we're getting ready to pull in to Wingstop by my house, bro. And I see a Hispanic gentleman by himself coming out of Subway with a little Subway sandwich. And the ICE people pulled up with M16 rifles with their faces covered up, jumped out, and 6 people grabbed him while people were pointing guns at him, and he didn't do nothing, bro. He wasn't even fighting. I'm like, wow, bro. And I tried to pull in. He did just like this with that rifle. Like, and my wife from Baltimore, she see that. She's like, we got to get out of here. I was like, man, I'm about to go get my lemon pepper. Are you crazy? I'm listening to these dudes. I'm an American citizen. What they gonna do to me? I'm gonna go around the other way. That's exactly what I said. I ain't go pick up my damn order. Worry about these people out here terrorizing folks, man. And guess what everybody else was doing? Filming everything, not getting involved. I went right in there, turned around and went and got my damn wings. Okay? They're outside, looking outside. I was like, hey, man, you can look outside all you want to, man. I'm here to pick up that, 20-piece lemon pepper, man. Garlic Parmesan wings, Christy. I got to get my shit. I ain't worried about what the hell's going on. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't give a fuck about you. Just make sure you got your paperwork. You better make sure. Oh, you think that license is going to save you, bro? You think just having a license is helping you? No. That license is the lowest form of identification. And if you have an ID, that's even worse. Okay? You better go get your passport, dog, even if you don't go nowhere. Because guess what? That's a security clearance. You better go get that. What they got, the California Enhanced ID here. I don't know what they do in your state. But they're putting American citizens in jail and leaving you there for 6 months. Okay? for you to till they figure out whether you here or not. Who's your mama? Who your daddy? Who are? And you don't know your daddy? Shit. Your daddy might be a cartel member. Your daddy might be a member of the damn you know what I'm saying? The Haitian mafia, wherever the hell. Just because your mama said you was born in Jamaica, Queens, don't mean you were born in Jamaica, Queens. You might have been born in Kingston, Jamaica. You never know. Your mama might have lied. Just according to the government. I know you love your mama and you believe your mama, but just trying to help you guys out. So Pete Carroll ain't firing his, and you are a fool to tell him to fire his when you're in a climate where you're supposed to be looking out for yours. That's why I didn't have a problem with what LeBron did. Just you fatherless children that are now grown. You had a problem with that. I got a problem with that shit. I'm LeBron James. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. What you gonna do? You can't stop the shit. I'm gonna put my son right there and make sure he gets a huge ass bag and opportunity to play in the league. Yeah, because I can. What you gonna do? Be mad? Oh, Shador's only in the league because of his dad. What did your dad do for you? Your dad couldn't pass on that Red Lobster job that he had, and not even he wasn't even a server. He was back there cracking the crab and throwing it in the trash. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Whittington Thomas. Okay, Jason Merle said, best tight end in the NFL, not getting the ball. That's what's up. How do you give a guy who's averaging 33 yards a catch? You don't think we could use 33 yards a catch? One catch, 33 yards. That was in the first quarter. Nothing else after that. Not even a look. Brock Bowers is open like a lot of these guys' girlfriend. 24/7. No problem. But when you don't call a play for him, how hard is it to call a play to Brock Bowers? Brock Bowers has a whole package of plays. You didn't even throw a bubble screen to Brock Bowers. You were throwing them to Trey Tucker and everybody else. You couldn't throw one to Brock Bowers and get him a catch? And Geno, as the quarterback, you're supposed to go through your reads. So if you're back there, and the play is you're throwing a little, I can't even say a sluggo route because that would be a bomb. You're throwing a little out route, 7 yards, or sit down in coverage route. You're supposed to, he's covered. Oh, Brock is open. Throw him the ball. Geno Smith don't read defenses. That's why when he threw that 2-point conversion, he threw it right in those people's hands. And when you look at the videotape, right in front of him, Jacoby Meyer was all by himself. All he had to do was go through his read, but he was panicking back there because he's so scared to get hit. He's shell-shocked. He locks in on a receiver, and if that person's open, he'll move around a little bit, and when he gets uncomfortable, he'll throw the ball in the dirt or fall on the ground or slide on the ground. He ain't running away and doing none of that. Okay? When Tom said Carlson needs to piss off, I've seen enough. Hey, well, too late now. Okay, he's costing the team. Yeah, he might be. Time to move on. Okay, what's happening? Egalitarian. I might not have liked Pete ever since he gave up Marshawn Lynch the ball on the sidelines at the Super Bowl. Well, I don't have a problem with Pete because Pete's my coach at USC. So, I just laughed at that situation because you know why? Because you're dealing with somebody who's from Oakland. Pete had to learn. You can't do the soil. Marshawn's from the soil. Why don't you think it worked? Why do you think he was not allowed to use Marshawn Lynch from the 20-yard line? They gave him the ball all those times. He gets down to the 1. You decide not to give him the ball. You lose the Super Bowl. Why you think? Because Marshawn's a Raider. Marshawn was a Raider before he was a Raider. Marshawn from the soil. Makes sense. Pete learned his lesson. Was Marshawn mad? Marshawn was laughing. He's like, that's what you get, man, for not understanding this Oakland shit. Don't understand this Oakland shit, Patrice. Pete didn't understand it. So I ain't mad at him for that. He learned the hard way. He wasn't with my team, but he won at USC. Ain't that right, Christy? Fight on. I got my ring from him. But like I said, he had to learn when you're dealing with Oakland. He's from Frisco. That's another thing. It's another thing. Pete's a San Francisco 49er fan. He told you in his press conference, in his introductory press conference, that he's a 49er fan. He's your coach. Pete Carroll used to be a coordinator, an assistant coach with the 49ers. He's a 49er, man. He's from Frisco. He didn't want to give a nigga from Oakland the ball. See, y'all don't know all of that because you ain't from the Bay like I am. And like Justin Saw is. And like Christy Hurd, not Christy Hurd, but Sarah K. Scott. My boy Ant Cuts on here. Okay? My boy Bill Holloway on here. We're all soil. We're all bay. San Francisco, man, has been psychological. Ah, man, I'll give it to Russell. Russell's from Wisconsin or wherever the hell Russell from. He wasn't from the soil, so that's why he didn't win that one. Should have gave the ball to Marshawn. He would have had a ring, but he didn't. But I'm mad. I laughed too. I'm like, Pete, what are you doing, man? You got to get the ball to Sean. Didn't want to get the ball to Sean. Lost the Super Bowl. Okay? All right, is what it is. Chucky V in the building. The Shield is above Pete and everyone else. Man, the Shield's above Al Davis. I mean, there's nothing higher than 2 except the Shield. It goes Shield, Al Davis. Say it don't. Say it don't. Who's bigger than Al Davis? The Shield. That's it. It goes to Shield, Al Davis. Pick your poison. I don't care who you name after that. There's 2 things you don't do. Number 1, you don't put the Shield any other place but number 1. And number 2, you don't put nothing after the Shield but AD. That's it. Shield, Al. Do what you want. Everything else is up for debate. Who brought the Shield to the Raiders? The man that's number 2. He took that Shield idea from the damn Chargers because they wasn't doing it right. And he took that shit from them and brought it over here. And ever since we did that, they don't even use that logo anymore because no one identifies them. The only shield that's in front of the Raiders shield is the NFL shield. NFL shows you that every week, don't they? The NFL shield is before the Raiders shield. And Al Davis is behind that. And he's no longer here. You don't have nobody that's up to that level. That stadium in Las Vegas, the address is 3333 Al Davis Way. Go to Google. But then again, I am the human Google. That's the exact address. It's the exact street and location. The street is Al Davis. It's on the corner of Al Davis Way and Dean Martin. Nothing to talk about. So, if you didn't know, you don't have no excuse no more. All right. Wasn't McMahon Versace's replacement? Right. Because he was what? He was underneath. He was still there. So when they moved Rich Versace, but he was still there. How was he there? He was under Gruden. So I'm still right, Bill. He was the assistant. Okay? Under Gruden. It was Gruden hired Versace, and his underling was Tom McMahon. When he got fired, Mark Davis made him the interim. Who became the special teams coach? McMahon. So explain to me, when Versace was not retained, why did Josh McDaniels, who had all the power to do whatever he wanted, why did he keep him? He could have got rid of him, but he didn't. And he didn't get rid of Patrick Graham either, did he? AP came in. You know why nothing happened with AP? Because AP didn't have no power. Stayed on. But when Pete Carroll came in, Pete Carroll could have cleaned the decks, cleared everyone out. Didn't do it. Why? PG's still there. And Tom McMahon was still there. With that said, I'm not placing it all on Pete. There's plenty of others deserve to let go. Hey, man. Being let go ain't the business no more. Rory Ranchi Kelly needs to get back to what he did at Ohio State. How's he gonna do that, man? He got a college offense in the pros. But you know what excuses that I've been seeing, Triple R? The excuses that I've been seeing about Pete Carroll's Chip Kelly's offense is that Chip's offense is great. He's a great play caller. This is what I was reading, dog. I go around and I just look. I look around, see what people are saying. They're saying his play calling is great. It just takes some time because Every time the NFL innovates, it comes from the college ranks. So the excuse now is it's going to take some time for us to perfect to Chip Kelly's offense, because that's how you innovate. Because you take, all of it comes from the facets of the NCAAs and all of that. So when you see the run and shoot, when you saw the West Coast offense, when you saw all these different offenses that took over at that time, okay, during that time frame when they were successful, okay, came from the college ranks, is what these guys are saying. And I'm like, no, because everybody doesn't run a college offense. They run a pro style offense. Okay. They don't run a college offense. Chip Kelly's offense is straight NCAAs. When you're running option plays, when you're running wishbones, we did that, man, when I was in Papa Warner, bro. When you're running a T formation and you're running a wishbone, you're not even using the ride and decide, bro. You're not even using that. That came from college. Okay. But NFL teams don't use it. It's just like right now, man. I'm gonna use basketball again because, like I always tell you guys, I can go basketball just like football. It's that easy for me. Over the last, how many years can I say? The last 35 years, what is the most successful offensive set in basketball? Might be too much for you guys to figure this out, but I'm gonna say it anyway. In basketball, what offense in basketball in the NBA won the most world championships running it? I'm not even going, because you ain't going, I could start saying, well, all kinds of stuff. Passing game. I could say all these different things are offenses I could run. Okay. Princeton. I could say all shit. It's the triangle. The triangle offense had, out of the past 35 years, under Tex Winter and Phil Jackson, won 11 rings running that offense. The Bulls, 6-0. Okay. The Lakers, they won 5 out of 5 and 2. All right. That's 11. You know how many teams run the triangle offense in the NBA? 0. Nobody runs that offense at all. And it's been like that since Kobe retired. The last game when he had 60 points, that was the last time anybody ever ran a triangle offense in the NBA. So why are you not running an offense that dominated and won 11 championships out of 30? Because the NBA ain't allowing nobody to run it. It's too dominant. Even the Warriors don't run that offense. And guess who was in that offense? Guess who was in that offense when they were winning? Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr hit a game-winning shot in the finals running that offense. Steve Kerr doesn't even run the triangle. He runs Greg Popovich's offense. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is, bro, Chip Kelly's offense ain't being ran by nobody else because nobody knows it ain't going to work. Now, if you want to sit here and try to perfect it and take all these losses and do all this shit and be patient with it, then we're going to lose a shit ton of games until it works. Do you want to wait that long? I don't, but if that's what they're going to do, that's what they're going to do. Okay, Jesse Merle, Gino's a B. DC's better. DC's way better, but these guys, you can't tell them that. Okay? What happened to our clutch kicker? Can't be clutch forever, bro. It's in his head now. Daniel Carlson doesn't even look like the same cat. I read an article somewhere, man, that he hasn't been the same since DC left. Like, it's been, GC was one of his closest friends on that team, and it just ain't been the same. But that's what happens when you have a black cat over your team. When y'all did that, man, when you guys did that man that's in that book, that reads that Bible every day religiously, y'all did that man like that, man. I don't care if you don't believe in the Bible, and I don't care if you believe in God or not. Okay? There's some powers that they don't need your approval or your belief. Okay? Because as soon as you did that man dirty, you have not done well since. Okay? Or I'm trying to tell you, you have not done shit. I don't care what you believe. It's all in the pudding, bro. On some color purple shit. Sarah, Patrice, and Christy. Some Sealy. Until you do right by me, everything you do is gonna fail. What happened? What happened to Mister's farm? He was hiding them letters from his sister, from her sister. Everything went to shit. Nothing would grow. House was a mess. His ass was crippled. He had nobody take care of his old ass. What did he do? He went and got them letters. He went and got them letters. Mailed them letters that he was supposed to mail back. And one day, Sealy's sister showed up from Africa. Nigga, it was too late for his ass then. And that's the same shit. Until you do right by Derek Carr, everything you do is going to fail, Raider fan. And I'm going to sit back and laugh because it ain't affecting me. It ain't affecting me at all. Us ringers, we're all going to the game. Okay? Bill, Whittington Thomas, Christy Hurd, and me, we'll all be there. And we're all ringers. We're all champions multiple times. We're going to have a great time. We're not going to do what y'all, oh, man, I'd rather just pay too much money. I'll watch it on my free TV for free. We get it. You can't go and celebrate your team because your team does nothing for you. Our team already took care of us already, man. When Al left this planet, Al took care of us long before that. I'm good. I'm going to go and have a good ass time. I don't care if the Raiders get blown out, bro. I'm going to have fun. Like, what's that got to do with me? My hat still has 3 Super Bowl championships on it. Even my merch has shit on it. Like, I'm going to wear my dope ass merch. I'm telling you guys, y'all better be paying attention. I'm really not playing with y'all. I've already started packing my clothes. I don't do that. I usually pack the night before, but you'll see. You'll see. Whatever you think I got, think higher than that. See where my hand is? You better start thinking way up here, bro. Where you can barely see my hand. It's not what you think, bro. Trust me. Patrice, Mark Davis need to pull that entire staff from top to bottom in his office, demand a game plan to turn this around, because I bet people will start taking their jobs a little bit too more serious. Oh yeah, man, but it's hard to do that, man, when that money. I mean, Patrice, Mark gonna go in there, man. Okay, he gonna go in there, man. He gonna go in there and talk to his assistant. Okay. Yes, Celeste. Mark, can you come in here and look at the receipts from the last home game? Yeah. And you have a meeting with the entire staff. Mark opened up the book. All right. Everybody have a seat. He's a smiling. Oh, man, we about to get a bonus. Hey, man, I'm really not happy with you guys, man. So what are you smiling for? Hey, we're doing great financially, but on that football field, we're not doing so great, man. Why don't you guys do a little bit better? Okay, man, got to go to lunch. That's it. What he gonna say? He ain't gonna go in there with no bass in his voice. He's making too much money. Okay. Staff and players are making business decisions, walking around with fairy dust up their ass. I mean, like I said, man. Hey, Patrice, like I always tell everybody, if you can go to work and go in there and sit in there and do whatever you want all day and still get paid, you don't have to do shit they say, would you go? Yeah, you would. Okay. Yeah, Patrice ain't playing with him. Okay. All right, go ahead and leave our team. Get your ass up out of here. And he said Patrice is on one. Patrice she tired of it. And she's a ringer. Patrice got a ring. Miss P walking around ringed up. She understands. She tired of it. I get it. But she ain't gonna jump off no bridge. She like, okay, well, y'all, I'm tired of y'all, but I'm still ringing it up. She still got her Lombardi at her house. I see those twos. Two twos. I see how he said dos Equis. Okay, you see it. Ruben Nava, blazing two for the nation. Speaking of blazing for the nation, I appreciate that, dog. I wish I could do one tonight. Reggie Green's all smoke and mirrors. Someone had to get fired because we're losing. Yeah. Don't think Mark Davis don't have a boss. I know y'all think that. Mark Davis has a boss, bro. No, the Las Vegas Raiders are the only professional NFL team in that city. I mean, in that state, excuse me. He's answering the governors. He's answering to Steve Wynn and them. He's answering to the money people. He's answering to them. Straight up. He's corporate now. He has to answer. We're gonna do Marcus looks bad. I'm gonna go ahead and tell Pete he got to fire somebody. Somebody got to pay the price, bro. Pick one. Mark didn't even tell him who to fire. Mark just said, hey, man, you're gonna have to do something, get rid of somebody just for looks, for the optics. Okay. All right, man. Scorpion, yeah, that's right. She ain't playing. Okay. Cat Max has been clear that things are being mishandled in our locker room. Was even if he did say that, I mean, there's a reason why it's being mishandled in the locker room because you always get rid of the people they like. Haven't you guys noticed that? Haven't you noticed when the players want somebody, they don't get them? Max, I don't care what none of these fools say about Antonio Pierce. Max loved AP, and he definitely said he wanted him to be his coach. Who am I going to believe? Him or I've never been to the stadium anytime because I don't want to go because they're not winning ass. I'm not listening to you. Definitely ain't listening to you. So the players don't get what they want. No time. He wanted Bisaccia. He wanted AP. He didn't get it. Sounds about right. It's all politics. They're just trying to save face. I agree. Okay. Got them happy birthdays out there, man. Job politics. Yeah. I don't think he can right the ship. He's the captain now. Okay. He said never paying for pay-per-view. Oh, shit. Man, it's been decades, bro. We don't do that. Ain't that right, Aunt Cuts? We don't pay for nothing. I legitimately have the NFL ticket, and I don't even have to pay for it. But then again, I don't pay for anything. Even the NFL ticket, bro. I write all this shit, everything writing off of me. Okay? But at the end of the damn day, dog, and we get all the TV, all the channels. I just got it because I can record every game. I legitimately record every game throughout the season with my NFL ticket. I record them all. So if I want to watch a game, like on Monday, I had time. I went and I watched the Chiefs and the Bills. Just fast forwarded through the commercial, through the between plays and through the commercials. I watched that whole game, and like you can literally legitimately watch a 3.5 hour game in like an hour. If you just quick, okay, you see the play, fast forward to the next play, fast forward all the commercials, fast forward through all that. I could watch a game in an hour. I watched that whole game because I wanted to see how the Bills beat them. And it was exactly like I always said. They made the Chiefs chase them, and the Chiefs don't like being from behind. They're a team that don't like to be, chasing. They like to be ahead. And they didn't, they were trailing and they didn't like it. And that's what you do. You just keep them trailing and you keep them looking depressed. And that's what you do. That's what AP did the last time you beat the Chiefs. Not only was it the last time you beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead, it was the last time you beat the Chiefs. Makes sense. You ain't beat the Chiefs in 2 years. Okay? Now you ain't beat the Broncos in 2 years. Can't make it up. All right? But y'all got it. All right, I see it. Doc on the block. Kelly believes in himself. Doesn't use the people he's supposed to. I mean, he's not. Chip Kelly cares more about his offense than he cares about anything else. Because that's his baby. Okay? Everybody has something they care about more than the Raiders. Pete Carroll loves his sons more than he loves the Raiders. I mean, which is what he should be doing. Okay? He loves his sons more than he loves you. He's going to make sure his sons are there. Okay? Pete Carroll loves his offense more than he loves y'all. Because common sense would say get the ball to Brock Bowers, but that's not what he's doing. He's trying to establish what he wants to establish. Okay? It's that simple. If you had Max Crosby, he's the perfect person to use. I hate using him so much. It's a shame that we have to use Max for every anecdote. We have to use him because you can't name nobody else. You can't name another person
that you could say is absolutely selfish and thinks of the team more than they think of themselves, other than Max, because everybody else is too young. You can't do it with Genty yet. You can't think of no other player that you would it would be universally agreed that this player cares more about winning and cares more about the Raiders than Crosby does. So I'm sick of using them all the time because it goes to show you got 53 people on your team. You only can use one person for every fucking scenario. You got to use the 98 for everything. It just goes to show you how sad y'all are, that it takes him to be the example for everything that needs to happen. Okay? But with that being said, you don't got nobody on the coaching staff that thinks like that. Okay? All right. So if we want to steer the ship, it starts with keeping the locker room dehydrated with blood. It starts by having real Raiders in the locker room, but every time we get real Raiders, y'all get rid of them. Y'all want to get rid of everybody. Okay? You guys want to get rid of Max, man. Let's get some picks for him. Might as well. Okay? When Thomas talking to Patrice, he was talking. Genty needs to fix his game. What do you mean Genty needs to fix his game? You crazy as hell. I mean, you're just talking out your ass right now, bro. Look at everybody on your ass like back pockets. Genty needs to fix his game. Come on, bro. You crazy as hell. That dude's a whole rookie. He's there to be coached. He's there to be nurtured. He's there to be taught. This dude is a rookie. You act like this dude's a veteran. Okay? Y'all, a lot of y'all sound so casual, bro. This dude's a rookie. That's somebody coming in. This dude is on 90-day probation, and you're walking in the office talking about, yo, man, shit, man. Wally, man, he needs to get his shit together. Dude, he's an apprentice, bro. He doesn't even know a crescent wrench from a regular wrench. He's on 90-day probation. He just got here, bro. Y'all act like Genty's a 4-year vet. Y'all sound ridiculous, bro. That's what I'm always talking about. You Raider fans, y'all your own worst enemy, bro. We can't even claim you guys when you say shit like that, bro. You ever been in a situation, man? You might have been at a barbecue or a picnic or a potluck or a party or some type of situation, man, and the person that you came with just says something fucking stupid in front of everybody, dog, and they just looking at you like, this dude with you? You just like, man. What, man? What? Man, what the hell were you doing? What are we talking about, bro? I'm just saying. I'm telling you, dog. Some of y'all don't know how to act in public, bro. Okay? Genty needs to fix his game. What the hell you mean? He's a rookie. Has he ever played in the NFL before? This dude hasn't even played a full NFL season yet. Y'all acting like he's supposed to know what to do. Crazy as hell. He's a whole baby in the NFL. He's learning from the wrong fucking people. You guys are crazy, man. These people are off the chain, bro. Okay? All right, man. Brandon Stimley, the offensive line needs to be revamped. Players need to play in their rightful positions. That ain't got nothing to do with it. You guys are, that's y'all trying to make JPJ be the reason. Y'all JPJ fans. I'm not even going to read the rest of that. When y'all start talking about players need to play in their natural position, who's the players that are not playing in their natural position? I can already read y'all a mile away, bro. Name the players on the offensive line who is playing out of position. There's only two. One of them is your favorite lineman that y'all love to cape. Okay? And that's JPJ, who I call LPJ, limping PJ. Y'all love to try to say if he was the center, things would be better. Wasn't he the center last year? Wasn't JPJ the starting center last year? What happened when he was the center last year? Same shit. What happened when we was a field goal away from beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead and he snapped the ball before AOC even called him? Like we're not doing that. I'm not reading the rest of your comment, bro. I'll read some other comments by you, but we're not doing this out of position shit. No. He lost his job to Jordan Meredith, bro. JPJ was the starting center, and he lost his job to another person who wasn't even there last year. How did he lose his job, bro? He's out of position because he lost his job. You guys, y'all ain't understanding how this works. Come on, man. Y'all be saying too much, bro. I'm not even gonna read the rest of that shit. JPJ said, Shaq, you were in the Bay last time the Raiders won a playoff game. Yeah, sure was. It was the year before I left. When did I leave? When did I leave the Bay? I left the Bay in 2004. I left the Bay in 2004, moved to Florida for 2 years, and moved out here in 2007. Moved to LA in 2007. So last time we won, I was in that stadium, dog. I was there. I wasn't at that playoff game, but I was there that season. That's when having a Raider ticket was off the hook that year. Remember, Bill? Okay, remember? Remember Patrice when it was cracking? Justin Saw when it was popping? When we was winning? Dude, I was going to my boys' parties, my boys' big time promoters in Oakland. Now they own clubs and shit up there. There's no way in hell. If I didn't go to the game, I was going to the after party because the after party was the same as the game. Everybody's in there. Woodson, Crockett, Jerry Porter, Donald Curry, all them niggas was in there, bro. We was all in there partying together, chilling. I was in VIP walking around. I wasn't under it. Ant cuts nose too. We were going to Oakland. We were going to Jeffries. We was going everywhere. Yoshi's, Sweet Jimmy's. We was going everywhere, bro. We was going to Frisco, going over there to the clubs over there. You don't even understand. We was having parties in the South Bay. Okay, Sarah. When it was at the Beehive on Thursday night, everybody's at the Beehive. E40, the Click, everybody's in there. Everybody, bro. T.O., all them 49er niggas, everybody. That's all we did. So yeah, I was there. That was the glory days. Until that Super Bowl. That Super Bowl. That was bad, bro. Hey, Ant, I'm gonna talk to my boy Ant, because Ant, I gotta let you know who I was with. When we lost the Super, I don't know where your monkey ass was, but guess who I went to a Super Bowl party with in Oakland for the Super Bowl party, bro? We went to a bomb ass crib out in Oakland Hills. I was with the Tarantula, bro. Me and Tarantula, Tranch. I was with Tranch, bro. Me and Tranch went to a Super Bowl party, bro. And by the middle of that Super Bowl, everybody was leaving, bro. If people were just walking out. Your boy Rich Gannon threw so many interceptions and so many prick sixes, bro. By halftime, Shooby Doos just left, dog. They're like, we out of here. We ain't staying. It was cracking up until then, bro. I was with the Tarantula, bro. That's to let you know. And you know that wasn't good. If I'm at a party with him, I'm like, man, I got to get out of here too. But I was like, I had to stay till it was over. So, all right, man. Got you. Okay. All right. All right, man. Go Spurs. We win again. Back to back. Yeah, man, y'all doing pretty good right now. Okay, I've been saying the locker room's in shambles. You can see it in the players' body language. It don't matter if the locker room's in shambles. Ain't nobody getting fired. You got to get rid of the people who's in shambles. Get rid of them. This is a coach you can't do him like y'all did AP. You can't do him like you did Josh McDaniels. You have a decorated general as your coach, whether you like him or not. He's decorated, bro. You haven't had a quarterback like him a coach since Gruden. This dude is a Super Bowl winning coach, bro. Don't forget he won one before the Marshawn Lynch shit. This dude is goated. Y'all ain't getting rid of him because he's had a bad season, bruh. Like, I don't know where these people are getting this shit from. You can't AP PC. Can't do it. All right. Okay. All right, man. See, Poole, special teams coordinators are usually the ones best thinking the guys out of the box guy. Turnover special teams is crazy. Doesn't always happen like that, though. Because when Al Davis was there, Al Davis didn't do that shit. Al Davis usually, when he had an interim coach, he usually made the defensive coordinator the head coach. Okay? So, just to let you guys know, a lot of y'all knew, I've been a fan since 74,
51 years, 3 rings, was a fan when the Raiders didn't have any Super Bowl wins. Al Davis has had, how many interims has he had? Or how many coaches did he have after he got fired? So he's also fired some people during the season. So he had, okay, so John Roch left. John Madden became the coach. John Madden retired. Tom Flores became the coach. Tom Flores left. He didn't get fired. He left and went to the Seahawks. And then that's when I think, was that when? No. Who was the head coach then? Was that Shanahan? Was Mike Shanahan the coach at that time? Then Mike Shanahan got fired with cause. Then Mike White became that head coach. Okay. No. I know what happened. Art Shell became the coach. Okay. When Gruden, and I keep saying Gruden. When Tom Flores left, then that's when Art Shell became the head coach. He was a coach a year in '89, first black coach in the modern era. So if you have a black coach, you better bow your head to Al Davis because he's the one that brought brothers in to be the head coaches around the NFL. So all these head coaches that are in the NFL owe Al Davis a debt of gratitude because he did it before anybody else. Okay, that happened. Then he dumbly fired Art Shell after a 12-4 season. Okay. Then he brought in Mike Shanahan. He fired Mike Shanahan with cause. Then he brought in Mike White. Okay. And then coaches just got fired at the end of the season, so you can't really say they were interims. But then you had Tony Sparano, rest in peace. Remember Tony Sparano? Okay. Tony Sparano, after he became, I think that was after Joe Bugle or whoever, and he made him special teams coach. Was he special teams coach? No, he was defensive coordinator, made him a coach. Okay. So he did it that time. All right. And then after he passed away, then you had Hugh Jackson became an interim. Okay. And then after that, Rich Bisaccia became an interim, and then Antonio Pierce became an interim. So you've had about 5 or 6 interim coaches. Okay, it's happened 5 or 6 times, but what happened? You didn't keep them. And what you did, when coach change did happen, it did go down. Raider Paul said, bench his ass. Okay, all right. Mark's love making money, not winning. He's a businessman, not a football man. Has no position, passion, or problem in his team. It's about stacking checks. Well, man, I didn't just buy this shirt because it's a nice shirt. I mean, everything about this shirt is me, but there's a reason. There's a message. Making money is important, bro. It is important, but like I said, he's getting his championships over there with the aces. I think he's enjoying getting his championships over there with them ladies. Some people like to be at parties with the opposite sex, not just standing around sipping on beer. I never understood that, Bill. I never understood like guys in our high school talking about they're gonna have a kegger and you go over to the backyard and there's a bunch of dudes sipping on some beers. I'm looking around, see not one, not even an ugly girl back here. I got to go. I can't do it. All right. Mark Davis isn't his dad. Nope. Okay. Sure ain't. Okay. All right, man. Got you. Okay. Taking off time work on Thursday, taking my daughter to school thing. She wants her dad. Hey, ain't nothing like it. My son has really been super clingy with me lately. He's like, Dad, I want you. You want me for what? I want you to come to bed and be with me. He wants me to go in there, lay with him, read him a story, or talk to him, or do whatever. He wants me to be in there. Okay? And guess what? That's a blessing. Right? That he actually wants me there. Because some kids don't like y'all. I'll be honest. You think all your kids like y'all? Nope. Nope. Especially if you got another parent telling them not to like you. I'm just being honest. Okay. Reason why your daughter ain't calling you. Because mother done put a super bug in her ear about you and you didn't do nothing to fix it. Okay. You just need to go and pick her up and take her somewhere just to do it. Oh, well, I'll get around to it. Yeah, while you're not getting around to it, all that poison's being put in your daughter's head. So when you get old enough, she ain't even gonna listen to nothing you talking about. But if you go over there and pick her up, take her ice cream, spend time and do all that shit, she ain't expecting it.
She'll be able to say, I don't understand, Mom. I don't know, Dad is kind of cool. Your father is it? I don't know. Time I call Daddy be hooking me up. Like, I don't understand. So you got to do that. But y'all don't do that. That's why you got bad relationships with your kids. Okay. All right, man. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, man. That's what I'm saying, Shaq. We would have been very impressed. I'd have been impressed by that one. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. You fire your own sons? Yeah, he got to deal with his wife with that one. Be honest, man. Okay. All right, man. Let's get our quarterback. I mean, where? Like I said, accountability, we have it from top to bottom. Deuce Gruden is still there, shows he's a real Raider. And man, Deuce Gruden is on his own accord. But let's not act like Deuce Gruden didn't get a nepotism job. Come on, man. Let's not act like Deuce Gruden was there before his dad came back. Like I said, man, it's okay. It's okay. We get it. Y'all mad at Bron. Y'all mad at Shador. Y'all mad. We get it. But you don't keep that same energy, dog. Okay? All right, man. Shit doesn't end nice when grown men yell at my kids. Hey, Jesse. I understand it, bro. I mean, kids, man, they make kids will make you catch a case, bro. Okay, but you got to be strategic. You always look at the setup, dog. That's when the ring camera's on. That's when try to show you unstable and shit. Might just want to just do what you got to do to get your kids under your roof. Got to play the game. I mean, it's chess, not checkers, bro. Now, you put hands, that's one thing. Yelling, you could say, hey, watch your mouth, man. You want to yell at, you mad at them, call me. I'm a better argument. That's what I would say. I'd be like, shit. You got low hanging fruit, man. Why don't you pick on somebody your own size, bro? You mad at them? Call me. I'll answer every phone call at any time. He won't do that. Okay. All right. Said the enhanced IDs required nationwide now. You better have that. Not everybody has it. It's required, just like, registration, license, and proof of insurance is also. You know how many uninsured motorists are driving around this piece? Just because it's required don't mean you got it. But when them ICE people pick your ass up, okay, they pick me, that'd be worse than they ever did. I'd be like, all right, man, I ain't gonna even argue with you, man. I'm just gonna get my attorney and just start suing the shit out of everybody, man. Come on, dog. Here's my passport. You can look at my passport up. I was born in the United States. I'm an American citizen. Like, you can look at my DOJ. My DOJ's cleaner than your baby's diaper. Like, there's nothing you can do. I'm American. There's nothing you can do. You might as well just fire yourself. Like, I ain't even argue with you, dog. I'm like, oh shit, let me get me some money right quick. Okay, but the rest of y'all, you better have your paperwork. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. All right, man. Okay. All right. Bill Holly said he'll be back. All right. Hank Alongo in the house. Okay. All right. My Raiders making me drink more. Come on, P-Dog. You know you love to drink anyway. I mean, use it as an excuse, dog, to get faded. Okay. Take some time for grown men to be kids again. I got you, big dog. The triangle. That's that triangle offense. Nobody runs it anymore. Why you think? It's low-key banned. And like people don't understand that, but guess what? How long was the zone defense banned in pro basketball? A long time. It's only been legal for maybe like 7-8 years that you can actually run a zone. You can run a 1-3-1, you can run a 2-3, you can run a 3-1-1. Like, you can run those zones in pro basketball now. There used to be no zones in pros because they wanted the scoring. Now these players, they're too good. You can run a zone now. You can run a box in one. We should run that all the time. I'd be the one guarding a one dude and they'd be run a damn, a 2-2 zone with somebody running around with their best player playing one-on-one, running a box in one. Triangle in two. Like all that shit. Okay? But they don't run that triangle for a reason. Chunker, what's going on, Chunk? Okay.
All right, man. What's happening? Okay. All right. Patrice, I would have been there if I had coverage from my mom. I know, man. I know, but that's okay, Patrice. We got your back. You got to do what you got to do. Moms is more important than that damn Raider game. Shit, you only got one mama, man. That's it. Ain't you ain't got to explain to me, man. Trust me. If it came down, if it came down for me spending time with my mama, if I could spend time with my mama, I'd be spending time where I wouldn't be at no damn game. Game will be there next time. Okay? You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Ain't nothing more important than that. All right. Yeah, take care of your mom, man. You gotta do it. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, when the mamas is gone, you're gonna feel that. Even though your mom ain't going nowhere for a long time, P. But I'm telling you, don't play around with them mamas, man. Them mamas and grandmamas, man. That's something you can't get back. You can't get it back. You just gotta just live for them. You gotta live for what they teach you. You better try to soak up as much information. That's all y'all. You better soak up all that information as much as you can. Why you can? Because when you can't get that information, you ain't getting it. You better make sure you talked enough that you can remember some shit. Okay? Trying to help y'all out. Okay? All right. What's going on, Yusuf? Props to brother AP. Always props to AP. Matthew Kano, I'm good, brother. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm real good. I'm real good. Hey, Justice Saw. Justice Saw. I'm good, bro. Had to go pick up something. You know what I'm saying? Had to go pick up something. No. You know what I'm saying? Had to go get something right quick. I had a great day today. I mean, damn. I don't care what y'all did today. I know what I did today. And I had a couple of pairs to choose from and shit because I won several raffles. I walked up in there. I'm like, pull out about 3 different pairs. I got 3 different. They're like, oh. Yeah, I'm good. I had a great day today. Wonderful day. All right. Yeah, Mad Max is the most Raider MF on the team. Browers is a Raider. Genty's a Raider. They're not being used right. Well, I mean, Max is not being used right either. Let's just keep it a buck. There's no Raider being used right. There's not that many Raiders. There's people who play for the Raiders. Let's get it understood. There's Raiders and there's people who play for the Raiders. Okay? All right? There's Baskin and Robbins. There's Harley and Davidson. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Come on, man. There's Hewlett and Packard. And then you got the motherfuckers that work for Hewlett and Packard. You got the people that scoop the ice cream up at that bitch, too. Okay? There's the McDonald's brothers. And there's your ass on fries. I mean, damn. So when we say real Raiders, when we say Raiders, we mean people who personify Raider. Okay? Let Lois Lane figure out that Clark Kent, who's running into shit on purpose, accidentally shirt tears open and she sees a big ass chest on that cat. That's different than when Superman shows up to the Daily Planet. That's different. When that nigga fly in and lands, he's Superman. So that's what I'm talking about. Who are those guys? Crosby, Bowers, Genty, Bill. I'm going to say it because you always say I forget. Colton Miller. And I'm going to give AJ Cole that. That's it. That's it for me that I could say pure. AJ Cole didn't get those punts blocked on his own. He's getting shit off. Ain't getting no time to block. That man had a sprained knee and came back the next week and still punted. That's a real one. Everybody else, I don't want to hear it. Show me. Brandon Strimmer, DJ Glaze out of position. Meredith out of position. Putnam out of position. China out of position. Devin White out of position. Adams out of position. Powell Mao out of position. Not just JPJ. How many of those people are real Raiders? Did I name them? I didn't name not one person you named. I didn't name DJ Glaze. I didn't name Meredith. I said he was out of position. Those are people they talking about. I didn't name Pardo. You really talking about Dylan Parham? Okay, you want to do that? You want to talk about Devin White? You want to talk about Jamal Adams? Powell Mao? Come on, bruh. Stop it. Okay? Yeah, Jeffries was off the hook, Herb. Silks. Let's see how far back you go. Silks. Okay? When Hammer was in the corner having whole dance clinics and shit before he was famous. Shit. Real big shit. Chin, not China. Okay, well, it don't matter. None of those people are Raiders, brother, me. Okay? O-line sucks. All out of position, Gino would be. Okay? Al Davis was ahead of his time. Hired the first black coach in the early 90s. And what did he do before that? You know how many firsts Al Davis did? That's why when these racist member of Raider Nation, when you guys see these dudes on these posts, y'all should be checking them, but you don't. You guys don't. Y'all just let them think that they think that this shit is MAGA. They think it's MAGA Raiders. They think they can just say whatever. You know how many things Al Davis did, man? The first to do shit? Too many of them, dog. He don't even get credit for everything he did. Everything that he did, he doesn't even get credit for, bro. Okay? Who was the first black quarterback to ever get drafted in the first round? I'm not even going to tell you that. You can go. I'm tired of giving y'all the answers. The first black quarterback ever drafted in the first round. You find out who that is and when it happened and who did it. What year it was. Not drafted as another position player, which is what they used to do. You had a quarterback, somebody, you changed their position. Where they would come in as a wide receiver, they come in as a kick returner, they came in as something else, DB. No, I'm talking about a quarterback who was in college at that time when there wasn't any black quarterbacks in the Division Ones. This person came from, I ain't saying, a school that they would allow that to happen, which would probably mean what? Who drafted him and what's his name? I'm tired of giving y'all scholarships. Y'all got to start doing some homework. He don't get credit for that one. I don't get credit for that one. He gets credit for Art Shell, but he don't get credit for that one. He gets credit for Tom Flores, which he did before Art Shell, first Hispanic head coach, okay, in the history of the NFL, okay, and the first Hispanic quarterback to win Super Bowls in the NFL, and the first woman to ever be the president in operations at an NFL team. It just goes on and on. Okay? So, you got to give that man more credit than just one. Commentators and sports analysts are clowning Chip Kelly's play calling. They're also taking it to hell. Remember, well, Chip Kelly wasn't the guy I wanted, man. My offensive coordinator is the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, and his name is Cliff Kingsbury. That's another one of the Ask Tom Telescos that he doesn't get reprimanded for. Cliff Kingsbury made a formal announcement that he was going to be the offensive coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders, and guess what? They already signed off on it. They made an announcement, and Tom Telesco changed the terms of the deal from a 3-year deal to a 2-year deal overnight. Embarrassed us as a franchise. And Magic Johnson, who was friends with Cliff Kingsbury because he was at USC, which is another reason why I wanted him. Because the last time I got somebody to come over from USC that was the right hire, well, actually, the last time period, I won my last Super Bowl. That was Marcus Allen. Cliff Kingsbury was the offensive coordinator for my USC Trojans. I wanted that one. And guess what? We were going to set it up we would have had Champ Kelly, we'd have had AP, we'd out get Jaden Daniels, bring in Cliff Kingsbury. You see what he did with Jaden Daniels over there. See what happened. But nope, he blew that one. So I never wanted Chip Kelly, man. I'm not a fan of Chip Kelly. Okay? That shit that he did with the Eagles, with Riley Cooper, and what he did to Shady McCoy, and what he did with Deshaun Jackson, and what he did with Jeremy Maclin, I ain't never forgot that shit. Then when he went to the 49ers, I laughed my ass off when he was straight destroying them. I was enjoying that. Now he's over here not giving our best players the ball. It is what it is. Tree said from day one I knew he was terrible. But that's your coach from college, though, Oregon. My ex can't even pay her rent. My kids know who their dad is, twin boys and a girl. That's all you need. That's all that matters, brother. She's not your responsibility no more. That ain't your wife, Jesse. That ain't your wife, man. Ain't your wife no more. She gave up that up. I know who ain't gonna be without no place to live. I guarantee you those kids will be with you. She better get her shit together. Enhanced is not issued in Idaho. Like I said, man, you better figure that shit out. What's going on, Black and Gray out? All good, Shaq, no hands, freed, watching the grown man about to cry, wishing they kept their mouth shut, scared when they see a pissed off dad. Yeah, man. Gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Jesse, I got so many of my boys. All my boys are good dads. They may not have been good anything else. They may not have been good to their mamas. I'll keep it a buck. My boys know. Don't ask me no question. I'm gonna tell you the truth. My boys dirty dogs, bro. They was doing whatever, man. They doing whatever they wanted to do. Okay? But when it came to them kids, they handled their business. But understand, some people they gonna weaponize those kids on your ass. Trust and believe that. They're gonna weaponize them kids, bro. They're gonna straight light the fuse on those kids because they know that's the only thing that they could do. You don't care about what they do. You don't care who they sleep with, lay up with, what they do. You don't care about none of that shit. But they know them kids, that's your smart bomb button. That's your case of emergency. And they'll use them kids to fuck your shit up. Trust me, a lot of my boys, man. There's a lot of situations where these little boyfriends and these little jump off dudes who think they got it like that, they was getting ready to get touched up. It was really gonna be bad. Especially when we was younger, dog. Now we got shit to lose. No, we got shit to lose now. But back then, we ain't had nothing to lose. We gonna see you, dog. We know where you at. We know where you be at. You gonna walk outside. You gonna leave your little airport luggage job. You're the luggage dude where you take the little luggage tickets outside. You do your little shit. And you walk to your car. You're gonna see 5 niggas get out to the car that's next to you. We're going to wait for you to get close to the car and we're just going to get out. You know, hey, 2 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody over there. Just like I said, okay? Do what you're supposed to do. Okay. Bill said, helping your kid get a job is okay. It's a kid's job to keep the job. Doesn't matter if you're a pro, if you're a blue collar, white collar, green collar, any color, you help your own. Yeah, but that's where it should be, Bill. But some people, when you see other people doing it, it's a problem. It's been going on forever, dog. I've said this shit. It's been going on since the beginning of this country. You know how many presidents' sons became the president of the United States? What we've had 47 presidents in 200 and how many years? Like 200 and almost 300 years. Okay, damn near. Not 200, not 300. Like 270 something. There's been at least two presidents that have had sons that be the president. You had John Adams. You had John Quincy Adams. You had George Bush. You had George W. Bush. Father, son, father, son. It's gonna happen again. It ain't gonna be Eric Trump. It ain't gonna be Donald Trump Jr. It's gonna be that Barron Trump is the next one. It's already being groomed up. He's the smartest one out of all them kids. Barron is the smartest one out of all of them. He out of trouble. You won't hear nothing from him. He ain't in front of the camera. He ain't doing none of that shit. He's the next one. I'm done 30 years from now, man. You watch. You better have your shit together. I'm gonna be so rich, it ain't gonna matter who the president is at that point. Ain't gonna matter. I don't care who the president is in 30 years. I'm gonna be laid up somewhere, smoking a cigar somewhere. Okay? Smoking a Cuban. I'm just trying to help y'all out. Okay? All right, Yusuf. Okay, what is that, an Air Jordan taxi? Come on, dog. Of course. Any OG might put his foot in it, that's it. Ain't hard to get. They all over the place, but that ain't the point. Point is that I got what I wanted. Okay? All right, man. Benjamin Johnson, RB in the house said, man, about the mamas, man. Come on, dog. Ain't nothing been worse than that. Now, that was the worst thing that ever happened for me. But guess what? It was the best thing that happened because she was gonna go sooner or later, and she went on her terms, and she told me what to do before she left, and that's why I go hard in the paint every day. That's why I'm here every day. That's why I'm able to be on here. I ain't missed a day on here in 2.5 years. I ain't had a day off. Where do you think I get that strength from? Where do you think I get my resolve from? Where do you think I get my desire from? Where do you think I get me building this channel from? Nothing. Not listening to nobody. Nothing nobody says to me affects me. Nothing. Because I know everything I'm supposed to know. And I'm the dangerous one. I'm the one you shouldn't be fooling with. I'm the wrong one. I'm the one that's going to make you look crazy. I'm the one that's going to talk about you the way I do. I'm the one that's going to make you wrong. You're going to be fooling with me is not good. I'm going to definitely make you regret everything you say to me. I am that driven. Okay? And I got them in there. I got them too. I'm the wrong one, man. You better go play with something safe. I ain't safe. I'm really not. Okay? You know how many people told me I wasn't going to succeed over here? This wasn't going to work. That wasn't going to work. I had a good idea. Shit, everything I do is working. Everything I do is working. Even the merch is working. You'll see in Vegas. You gonna see I ain't playing. I'm really taking it to the next level. You're going to find out. And that comes from what I was told from the most important person I ever met in my life. Nobody's more important than her. And guess what? She told me what to do. And I'm doing it. And it's working. So if I was you, I'd leave me alone. I think certain people, you gotta leave them be, bruh. And y'all fooled around with that number 4 dude. You fooled around. That's why your team can't get shit done. I ain't never seen us have so many balls just bounce up in the air, bro. Do you know how many interceptions we done had just bounced off someone's hand, someone's helmet, somebody's chest? I mean, I've never seen us have that many interceptions in a year. We have at least 5 or 6 of his interceptions have been caroms off of somebody's chest or bounce off somebody's hands or balls just in the air doing this. Like somebody just holding that shit up. But when it comes for us to bounce something, we're just out of reach. It's just, it hits our hands. We don't catch it and shit. Like Kai Blue Kelly. He could have had 3 interceptions. It took him to drop one before he finally figured out he's supposed to catch it. But I'm just trying to tell you guys, y'all really need to leave certain people's names out your mouth, man. That's why your shit don't work. That's why you don't prosper. You hating on the wrong one, dog. You need to figure out who you need to be hating on. The person, you know who your enemy is, and you don't address your enemy. That's the biggest problem with most people. You always address the person who you think you better than or you think you could beat instead of addressing the motherfucker that's standing in your way. You're not focused. Okay, you need the person who's standing in front of you, man. It could be your boss, it could be your landlord, it could be your credit rating, it could be your family, it could be your person, your whoever you kicking it with, it could be your homies, it could be whatever the fuck it is. You don't want to face that shit. You want to face the easy work and find out that that was the person, that's the wrong person to be dealing with, because that person has a special cause to be where they're what they're doing. You're over there interfering with somebody else's business. You're over there fucking with people. Then your shit is even worse. And you don't even realize what you was doing over there was none of your business, bruh. Was none of your raggedy ass business to be worrying about what that person was doing. You should be worried about your business. And that's why your shit is the way it is. Raider fan, your team is this way because you're always fooling with somebody you shouldn't be fooling with. And that goes past football. If you do that in football, you do that everywhere else. There could be a whole opportunity that could benefit you, change your life, your family's life, your finances, just because somebody recommended you for some shit. But when your name came up, they said, hell no. What about Harry? Oh, hell no, man. We can't have him. You're done. And you didn't, all you did was crack a joke at the dude. You talked about his ashy legs and some shit. Laughed in front of everybody. Thought it was, yeah, he in a position. Yo, man, what you think about Harry moving up? Nah, man, he ain't the right guy. It'd be shit like that's why you didn't get the raise, fool. That's why you didn't become the manager. That's why you didn't get the shift lead. That's why you're not off of fries, fool. Because you over there cracking on people and you're doing too much, bruh. And guess what? When your name was brought up, you didn't get nobody co-signing for you at all. You didn't get no positive influence. You didn't get nobody saying, yeah, I can do that. So you think that works for everybody? Nah. So when y'all talk shit about Antonio Pierce, we just know that your life is not where it needs. You're not where you should be. You could be doing well, but you're never going to be as good as you are because somebody's saying that shit about your ass because you talk too much. You talk about people you don't even know. You never even met. I met Coach Pierce. I met him myself. Y'all know that shit. It's all on the channel. I gave him the unfiltered beanie. You see him with the unfiltered beanie at the press conference thing when he's signing everybody's autographs. So you know I was telling the truth because it's there. Every time I tell you something, I got proof. I got receipts. Y'all know that man, dog. Mark Davis went around that building and talked to everybody before he talked to him, including Max Crosby. They all said, yeah, we'll play for him. He didn't even apply for the damn job. He got called and told him he had the job. The Shield took care of that man. But y'all, like I said before, you wanna win, but you wanna win your way. And your way, you don't even win in your own life. You don't got nothing to be happy about, dog. What do you got to be happy about? Just keeping it a buck. This Tom McMahon shit ain't nothing to get happy about, dog, to be honest. It didn't help our record, and you did it too late. It's just somebody saving face, bro. Somebody that's been investing money in the Raiders ain't happy. They want to see somebody's head roll. It is what it is. Okay? All right, man. They said they're waiting for the Pearl 11s. Yeah, they coming. A lot of stuff coming out, man. Too much stuff coming out. Man, I don't know. Too much stuff coming. I got other things I'm trying to do, but every time I say that, I wind up buying something. Okay? A lot of stuff coming out. All right. Okay. Brother AP picked for OC Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah. Haven't you noticed, man? There's one person that's changing the fortunes of everything he touches. Everything that this man touches is working. And that's Buck, who we call Buck, aka Irvin, aka Irv, aka Irvin Magic Johnson, aka Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, everything he puts his hands on is winning. Dodgers wasn't winning no World Series before Magic came over there 5 years ago, bro. Where's Dodgers have won? Dodgers have won 3 out of the last 5 World Series since he's been there. The Lakers won in 2002. 2020. They won a championship. He's a co-owner in the Washington Commanders. What did he do? He took your offensive coordinator right from you. He got right on the phone and called Cliff and said, hey, Cliff, don't worry about them Raiders, bro. I know how they do business. We'll give you your 3rd year. Don't even worry about it. Just go to Van Nuys Airport, Christie, or go over to Santa Monica Airport, whichever one's the closest. Get on that charter, bro. Fly your ass out here to Washington. We'll take care of everything. I'll have my people come in and move y'all, you and your wife and your kids and everything. You ain't got to do nothing, dog. All right? Yeah, we got you. Click. You know why? You know why Magic felt good about doing that? Because there was a time a few years ago, Magic went to Mark Davis and wanted to invest in the Raiders and be a part of the organization. Guess what Mark Davis said? Nope. Can't make it up. I just told you, everything Magic does, it works. You could have had Magic Johnson as a co-owner, but you went with Tom Brady instead because you rather look like you got some money than have some money. You rather look like you trying to do some shit than actually do some shit. You don't think we wouldn't have won a Super Bowl with Magic? Yeah, we would have. Yes, we would have. Because Magic, everything he touches is magic. Doop. I just told you. Dodgers hadn't won a World Series since 1988, since Kirk Gibson hit that home run against Dennis Eckersley. Remember, Bill? You remember we were both watching that game. 1988 to 2020. Do the math. Like, my math is like 32 years. Magic comes over. Boom. Yep. Back to back. Didn't Magic win back-to-back championships when he's playing for the Los Angeles Lakers? Yeah. I think he did. So when he wanted to come over and be with Mark ghosted him. It was just an opportunity for him to go ahead and get even. And that's what you get, man, for fooling around with people when you shouldn't fool around with them, dog. And yeah, it is what it is. Barron Trump is the smartest, bro. He's the smartest out of all of them. Them other ones, man, they... They're just... Let's just look at it this way. They better be happy their father is the president. Like, I don't think they can make it on their own without that. Barron Trump is genius. He's a damn genius. I'm just being honest with you. I think he's at NYU or somewhere right now. You don't even hear about him, dog. But in 30 years, you got to be 42 to be the president. Okay. I think Barron Trump's like 20. So yeah, maybe 20-something years, something like that. All right. You still have some of the sneakers app. Like I said, man, you young fans don't care about OGs. You care about the hype beast shoe. Y'all don't care about what I care about. I'm OG, bro. All these shoes I had before. Like I had these. I had the taxis. I had all these shoes. Y'all more hyped up over a shoe Jordan never put on his foot. The model, but the make. Y'all concerned about shoes that he never even put his foot in. That's what y'all like. Y'all like the hype shoes. Y'all like the undefeated 4s and the rare air 11s and all of that shit. I don't care about that shit. I don't care. I don't. I mean, if I come up on it, I've come up some, if I can come up on a shoe like this Travis Scott that's coming out, I get on that. That's $1,200. I just did it with the Awake Pinks. Okay, them shoes is like $800. I made $600 profit off of the shoe. I'm making money. It's a business decision at that point, but it's not a preference. I want what I had before. I want shoes that Mike won championships in, scored 69 points in, won the dunk contest in. That's what I want. Okay? Did the flip hand. That's what I want. But y'all don't want those shoes. Because those are your daddy's shoes. Y'all don't want your daddy. You want what y'all want. It's just generational. So yeah, there's gonna be shoes there. Do you think I buy shoes for y'all or do I buy shoes for me? I buy shoes for me. They're my shoes. These shoes ain't your shoes that y'all running around getting. Just as saw your father was wearing Jordans before you was born. Now you wearing Jordans? Come on, bro. I mean, y'all don't got nobody in your age group that you could buy some shoes from? How come you don't go buy Anthony Edwards shoes? He's in y'all age group. How come y'all don't do that? How come you don't go buy those ugly ass Steph Currys? He's the GOAT. Y'all don't want to buy those. Okay? So, like I said, I spend my money on me and what I want to wear. Okay? Plus, I have a whole wardrobe of all those Jordan outfits that I put them on. Y'all ain't got all of that. I just put on my shit and barbecue chicken. Okay? Like I said, I'm good. I ain't worried about what y'all interested in at all. If I can't get it for retail, I'm good. All right, man. Yeah, man. Salute to my mama, Patrice. Gino is washed. Well, I mean, that doesn't make me mad at all. I mean, you're a Giants fan. You really shouldn't be talking shit. You got a rookie quarterback, Cam Scatterboo, out for the year with a broken ankle, and the greatest running back in your history plays for your division rival, who won a Super Bowl last year and rushed for 2,000 yards. I'd rather be me. Just keep it a buck. All right. Yeah, man. AP was better coach than Pete Carroll as a Raiders coach. He was, man, but doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter when you don't appreciate somebody, you don't appreciate somebody. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Biggest thing is a lot of people got to learn from losing, learn from loss. Got to lose the best thing that ever happened to you for you to realize that you should have did better. I mean, that's just how some people learn. Simple as that. You learn the hard way. Now you got to try to replace something when you had it. It's that simple. Okay. All right. Yeah, of course you love Antonio Pierce. He won a Super Bowl for you. I would love him too. All right, man. Magic, City of Inglewood, City of Champions. Yeah. Right up the block. I'm in Inglewood every day. Okay, I'm in Inglewood every day, bro. I go past La Brea and Centinela every day. Every day. Okay? I'm on Overhill. Christy, no. Overhill and Stockard. I mean, Stockard. Come on. I'm all over. I'm all over, dog. That's where the food is, too. That's where the food is. So, yeah. Inglewood up to no good. Shit. Even Randy's Donuts is in Inglewood. On Manchester. Come on, man. I'm all over. So, yeah. But Magic wanted to be a part of the Raiders because he was a Raider. He was a Raider fan. You guys know that, right? Magic Johnson was a Raider fan in the 90s, man. I mean, yeah, back in the 80s, because the Raiders were here in LA when we were winning championships at the same time. Magic was always on the sidelines with Al and them. It used to be him. These are people used to be on the sidelines in the 80s, standing on the sidelines. Used to be Magic Johnson. It used to be Tommy Lasorda used to be on the sidelines. It used to be James Garner, the actor that played in the Rockford Files, Bill. He's a big time Raider fan. He did LA Raider commercials here in LA. Ain't that right, Christy? James Garner. You had people like that on them sidelines. Magic was always at the Raider games, bro. Mr. T was at the Raider games. Mr. T used to hang out with John Matuzak. You go online and see a picture of John Matuzak and Mr. T. They both got the cutoff shirts with the muscles and shit, because they were on them roids. That was his best boy. John Matuzak, the twos used to be hanging out with Mr. T at the Raider games. So he's a Raider fan. Magic was a supporter of the Raiders, but since Mark Mark didn't want Magic. He didn't want him. Don't you think that would have been a good thing to do? Don't you think that that would have been a good situation? And to be honest with you, if Mark Davis would have let Magic Johnson be a co-owner, because he wasn't asking just to be a part of it, he's asking to invest. I think the Raiders probably would be here in LA. I think that they would have approved the Raiders to be here in LA if Magic was here. But due to the fact that if the Raiders would have came to LA, nobody would have cared about them other two teams. Plus, we would have had to share a stadium. So then there's that, unless we could have got the funding. And I think we probably could have got the funding to do it ourselves. But that's why we're in Vegas. Because you didn't have nobody here in LA that was an advocate for it. But he tried to buy in and he didn't do it. And Magic, everything he touches is world champions. I would have loved to have Magic Johnson be our co-owner of our team, because I know we would have won. But Tom Brady has more championships than him, and it's not helping, is it? Well, that's Colin, because Tom Brady ain't here full time. Tom Brady put his money in, now he's over here. Tom Brady ain't coming in doing that. Okay? Jesse Morrow said he hates Tom Brady. I wonder why Charles Woodson didn't get to invest in the Raiders. Hey, Miss Pamela. Charles Woodson had to invest in the Browns. See what I'm saying? These are the things you ain't thinking about. Why? Look at it this way, Miss Pamela. Why didn't Michael Jordan get a chance to invest in the Chicago Bulls? Why didn't Larry Bird get a chance to invest in the Boston Celtics? Because sometimes they want you to stay an employee. They don't want you to be on their level. Jerry Buss didn't have that problem. Jerry Buss gave Magic ownership in the Lakers when he signed one of his contracts. He gave it to him because he considered him to be a son. And you can't say, well, Jerry Buss didn't have sons. Jerry Buss has like 5 sons and 2 daughters, including Jeannie. Okay? So he had sons, but he considered Magic to be his son too. He gave Magic part of the team. Like I said, man, people want you to do well, but they don't want you to do better than them. Jerry Reinsdorf didn't want Michael Jordan to be there because guess why? Because Michael Jordan would have been bigger than him. The Celtics didn't want Larry Bird to be there because Larry Bird would have been better than them. Larry Bird had to go over to the Pacers to go do something. This kind of shit you're talking about. Michael Jordan had to go to the Wizards and play again to be introduced to it, only to get the team taken from him. Jordan was so mad when he came back off of that court and they said, well, we've decided to go another direction. They used Jordan and then they tried to give him a $10 million check. Like, here's your money back. Abe Poland wrote him a check, $10 million, gave it to Jordan, said, you're not going to be able to come back to ownership. We're going in another direction. After he went back on that court for 2 years and messed his knees up. That's why he walks the way he walks now. You know what Jordan did? Jordan left that $10 million and walked out and didn't take it. Just left. Imagine that. Imagine you walked away from $10 million that you invested in a team. You're like, man, kiss my ass. I'm about to go watch what I'm about to do. See, that's how certain people are wired. I don't need your funky ass team. Keep that 10 million. I'm good. You know how much money you got to have to do that? I wouldn't have walked away from that 10 million. I would have walked away and took my money. Jordan's like, nah, you go ahead and keep that because I'm going to use that to get this other. I'm going to use that motivation to get to this other team. And what did he do? He went in over here and he landed them that Hornets. And then he had to look those dudes in the face at the owners' meetings and shit. That's why he got his revenge. It was worth 10 million to him. Yeah, now you got to now at the owners' meeting, I'm here now. How many other black faces do you see in here? None. How many black faces are owners of the team? Majority owner in the NBA, 0. But when Mike was there, you had to look him in his face. I get a vote just like you. Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to be here? Nah, I am here. That's how it works. Okay? Yeah, we fired the special teams coach. He had to go. He out the door. Okay? I want Woodson over Brady and Mark any day. Real Raider. DC deserves to retire as a Raider. Man, like I said before, man, the way this team's being ran, you deserve to lose. Jordan McCoy, I collect Curry shoes, but I do the same thing as you. I have his legacy game shoes. Man, Under Armour is in Baltimore, where my wife is from. Every time I go to Baltimore, I see that building right there, dog. It's right on the water, man. It's a place called Fells Point where it's at. Under Armour headquarters, right there. When I'm in Baltimore, I'm driving to that airport to get to my mother-in-law's house, I gotta drive through the hood, bro. It's either drive all the way on them freeways being stuck or drive through the hood. I drive through the hood, dog. A real hood. Real. Not that little hood you got. Where people are walking in the street, people hide, drug, everything. Hoods, all that. Just lock your door. Better have your door locked even in the daytime. I drive through that bitch. Okay? Been doing it. Damn near 20 years. Guess what? I don't see nobody wearing no Under Armours there. It's right there in city. I don't see nobody wearing them shoes. I don't see nobody wearing them Currys, bro. You know why? Because I don't think they're giving out any in the hood. Them hood people need shoes. I don't see nobody wearing them. Jordans, Adidas, K-Swiss, same shit. New Balance. I don't be seeing them shoes. I'm saying. I bet you go to Oregon, you where Patrice is at, Portland, you're gonna see some people in some swooshes like a mug. Guaranteed. But Baltimore, I don't see them shoes, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay. Just to add to it, I think it's time for the Raiders to invest in a young talent wide receiver. Well, shit, man. What's the use of have a wide receiver if they're not calling any plays for him? I said Deontay Thornton got hit more than he did. I'm like, come on, man. They were using Brock as a whole decoy. Brock Bowers, best tight end in the NBA. He only had 2 targets. 2 targets and 1 catch. Come on, dog. We had 7 consecutive 3-and-outs in a row in that game. 3-and-out, 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 3-and-out. In a row. In a row, bro. You didn't get the ball to Brock Bowers not one time? Understand what a 3-and-out is. A 3-and-out is you get 3 plays and you punt. You didn't get a first. You did it 7 consecutive series in a row, and you didn't get them the fucking football. Can't make it up. Because you're real Raiders. See the good and bad. Easy to see what's up. Just, yeah, best tight end in the league. Trash coaching. North Dallas 40. What's up, Milt? I remember that movie. That had like Mac Davis and all, and I remember that movie, man. That movie was boring to me. I was a kid. I was like, man, this shit ain't cool. I don't want to see a bunch of dudes drinking at the bar and shit. I want to see some football. But it's what it is. James always on the sidelines. Okay? Yeah, James Garner. James Garner, man. You can go to YouTube and go watch this commercial with I think it's a Chevy commercial. It has to be GM or Chevrolet because that's what he drove in the show. It was James Garner, a James Garner commercial with Marcus Allen in it at the Raider practice facility and shit. They said, go look it up. When I get over here, you'll see the kind of commercials that I grew up on, and a lot of y'all grew up on. Okay, James Garner, Marcus Allen. Okay, picking up my steak dinner. Go get it, man. Go get it, man. From El Gaucho. Ooh, I know that's gonna be good. One of the Raiders go to Carlson. Almost could have happened, but NFL nixed that. The only reason why the NFL let the Raiders go there is because they helped us get there. They had to give us $550 million gift. We didn't have, it takes $1 billion to move in franchise fees, and the Raiders didn't have it. But they're like, hey man, the Raiders are going to be the team that we're going to use as a guinea pig. They didn't want to use you to get over here and get some of that gambling money, that FanDuel and all that shit you got. The only reason why you got that FanDuel and you got that shit you got right now, that DraftKings, is because of the Raiders. You didn't have none of that before we moved to Vegas. So all you online gamblers, you want to get your little gamble in. If you're not in California, you can't do it here, but you need to be thinking the Raiders, you can do that shit in your tighty whities with the shit stains in them. Raiders help you do that. Yeah, that check sounds excellent. Okay. All right. Dr. Buzz considered Magic a real son. all day. All day, bro. But Mark didn't consider him to be a brother. That's a fact. Okay. What did it do, Jamal? How about them Cowboys? Oh, it's going down next Monday. It's going down. Okay. All right. Would not be surprised if Pete retires after the season. It might. Thought he could win this season. Didn't see this coming. Well, if he does, I know what better happen. Don't mess it up. Pete Carroll retires. What do? Hey man, let's be a Viking now. Mike McDaniel's probably going to be looking for a job. You want to become the Las Vegas Dolphins? I mean, do you want to continue to do that? Or do you want to do what you're supposed to do? You want to do the handbook. There's the Raider handbook that was written by Allen R. Davis that tells you how to win. He has slogans. He has mantras. It's all out. When you go to the stadium, bro, and you go look at the Al Davis Memorial Torch that's big as shit, there's a plaque there, bro. Everything is on the plaque. Our rules and what we do is small as shit. The plaque is like this big, bro. Everything for you to win, everything that you know that you need to know to win as a Raider is on this plaque that's this fucking big. Not no long ass book, bro. It's very short. If you could read Dr. Seuss, you could read that. The difference is y'all don't follow the book. It's very simple, bro. Pete Carroll, whether he retires, he gets fired, or he just don't show up, or he quits. You want to win, you got to take the defensive coordinator of the Las Vegas Raiders, who has been here through 4 different coaches, who has established himself as a Raider. You need to move his ass to the head coaching job. That we've done that. The problem is when you do that, you handcuff him. You don't let him get his own quarterback. You got to let Patrick Graham get his own quarterback that he picks, that he has the power to do, and you will win, because that's the formula. But y'all fuck it up every time. You fucked it up with Rich Bisaccia. Who did Rich Bisaccia pick to be the quarterback? He picked Derek Carr. He could have easily benched Carr. He could have listened to all you roaches with Raider hats and did what you wanted to do. But he said, we're going to do it the Raider way. You made the fucking playoffs. Won 4 games in a row to win the playoffs at the end with the same team Gruden couldn't get shit popping with. What did you do? You didn't follow the rules. The next one was let him run it back. He had a half a season. Give him a full season. Nope. We're just going to go ahead and go get Josh McBallsack to be the coach. The same dude who got fired 12 years before with the Broncos, who drafted Tim Tebow. He brought him in to fuck your shit up. And that's what he did. Then he got fired. What did you do? The right thing. You went and got the linebackers coach, Al Davis rulebook, hire from within. You brought AP. You put him at the head coaching job. They were identical. John Madden and Antonio Pierce were on an equal footing the day that he got hired, because that's the same way John Madden got hired. Same way. Offensive line coach, linebackers coach for AP. The difference is AP actually had more coaching experience than John Madden did. Okay? What happened? John Madden didn't have somebody to stop him from doing what he needed to do. He said, we're going to draft this quarterback out of Alabama with the 2nd round pick by the name of Ken Stabler. And he had Stabler sit behind sit behind Daryl LaMonica for a couple of years, and in 72, he made him the starter. Every year after that, we were in the hunt. We went to 3 AFC championship games in a row, and we finally won on the third attempt and won the Super Bowl. Didn't take that long. But with Antonio Pierce, you hired. Ask Tom Telesco, who he got him fired. You didn't keep Champ Kelly. Should have kept Champ, should have kept AP, should have let him get his quarterback, which was Jaden Daniels. Y'all forget Jaden Daniels was in that locker room every time he was on that sidelines, imagining that he was going to be there. Cliff Kingsbury was coming over. We had it. We had it. Think about this. There was a time we had Antonio Pierce, Champ Kelly, Jack Jones. We had Cliff Kingsbury signed, and we had Jaden Daniels wanting to be a Raider more than anything. And you blew that. You fumbled the bag at the 1 yard line with 1 second left in the game. You blew that. And now you're walking around here bitter because you can't get your shit right. Nothing I can do to help you guys. Okay? All right, Justin Brown, we need 2 more solid drafts. Special teams were great. Offensive line, everything was great. People from Oakland came down to LA, kind of showed us how the nation was tailgated. Yeah, dog, we came down. We understood where we was at, though. But hey, man, LA Raider fans has always showed us love, dog. They had respect for the Bay because they would come up to the games like before. Never had no beef. When we seen Raider fans fighting Raider fans in the stands, it was always the Raider fans fighting their own. When you're in LA, you fight LA Raider fans are fighting LA Raider fans because it could be some gang shit. It could be some Serranos or Norteño shit. It could be something else. It could be some blue rag, green, red, whatever it is. You know, whatever factions, Christy. Okay? You know, because you from here. And Oakland's always fighting yourself, fighting somebody else saying some shit. Okay? But I never seen no LA and Oakland fans get funky with each other, dog. I get along with LA Raider fans real good. We have the same mentality, bro. Okay. All right. So we should have started with PG instead of AP. No, that's not what I said. I said you have to hire from within. That means that the person who you hire after that person leaves needs to be brought up. You need to hire from within. PG was, if you pick him, who's going to run the defense? So you can't do that. Plus, Mark went around and asked everybody who they liked, and they said AP, including Mad Max. But y'all don't respect what the players say. Y'all swear y'all love Max so much, but y'all don't listen to anything Max says. I don't want to leave. I want to be a Raider for life. Oh, Max, man, just trade him, man. Hey, man, he deserves better. Did you just hear what he said? He just said he wants to stay. Y'all don't listen to nobody. You don't listen to nobody, bro. Okay? The man himself said he wanted AP to be the coach. All the players on the team wanted him to be the coach. Now, but we should have did this. You're not on the damn team, bro. That's why you don't have shit. That's why you don't have a ring to even look at. You don't listen to people who's actually in the trenches, who's telling you what they want. You want what you want. Okay? Should have respected what 98 said, but you didn't. And I see it when you say, man, just get Max out of here, man. He doesn't want to play for us, man. Trade him. He only had 2 sacks. Like I said before, we're not listening to you guys. Okay? Panthers fans on here. I see it. Okay? A D-line coach could have become the defensive coordinator. But they didn't, but that's not what happened, though. It could have, would have, should have, dog. Okay? Your auntie would have been your uncle if your grandfather would have shot one off a different way. It could have, would have, should have, bruh. Now you're going back to what could have happened? I'm telling you what did happen and you blew it. You had it. You had the formula. But no, you want it your way. See, Justin Brown, what he's saying is the prototypical reason why the Raiders don't have shit. for them because of how they think. Well, you're trying to make it. You're trying to see how they try to do that. See how they try to mold the shit instead of just agreeing with me, knowing that I'm right. Well, we could have. He could have been it instead of him, though. See all that shit. No, dog. There's there's two worlds you can live in. There's the way things ought to be, and there's the way things really are. Which world would you rather live in? Which world has more accessibility? Which world can you control better? Which world is more applicable? The world, the way things really are. But y'all always want to try to make it into where y'all like she said, fairy dusters. Y'all just want to walk around and just pollinate everything. Y'all just want to pollinate your idea and make it be the truth. The truth is the truth, bro. Antonio Pierce was the opportunity you had to do it right, and you blew it. Rich Bisaccia was the other opportunity that you had, and you blew it. And I'm telling you that if Pete Carroll leaves, when he leaves, if you do not elevate Patrick Graham to the head coaching job and let him pick his quarterback, you are going to continue to be where you're at. I'm just telling you, dog. We're not going to keep telling you, dude. Okay? Here in California, you have a 3 strikes law. You get 3 felonies, you get mandatory 25 to life. Keep thinking that this liquor's going to work. Oh, this is my last one, bro. Once I rob this liquor store, dog, I'm done. Okay. Go right ahead, dog. All right? You don't understand Mr. McGillicuddy used to be a sharpshooter in Vietnam, and he got that 30-06. He's about to blow a hole in your entire ass. Go over here, dog, and try to get you $10, $15 out of the cash register. Go ahead, bro. We can't keep telling you, man. Your mama's begging you, your baby mama's begging you, your kids can't stop you from being a drunk, can't stop you from being a malcontent, can't make you go to work, can't make you get off your ass, can't make you take a shower, can't make you get off that fucking video game. You're bum. There's nothing we could do for you. We can't keep trying to, we're not going to stop going to work. We're not going to sit next to you, dog, and go into the toilet with you. You're on your own, dog. We're done telling you what to do. You're just going to be suffering. You're going to be the one with no championships, no parade, never knowing how it feels to walk around being the world champion of the team you claim you love. You're never going to feel that. While we are sitting over here understanding it because we lived it. I don't argue with you guys. I don't argue with grown folks. Y'all got it. We're going to do it your way. Okay? You better hope it works. But I ain't relying on y'all. Okay? All right. Okay. Do I actually think PG, even though he wants to stay here and being passed up? You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it, bro. There's a difference between getting offered an opportunity and not being offered an opportunity. Did he get an opportunity offered to be the head coach? No. Patrick Graham was rumored to have been leaving last year. Remember? Like, man, did you just wake up, bro? Are you okay? Did you just wake up? Do you remember that Patrick Graham, there was rumors that Patrick Graham was taking, do you know Patrick Graham did interviews at other places? Did y'all remember that? Do y'all know that Patrick Graham was free? Mark Davis allowed him to be interviewed, allowed him to go to other places and interview. If PG wanted to leave, he would have left. Did PG leave? Nope. Offer him the head coaching job and let him say, I don't want the job. That's different. But I have yet to see any interim head coach for the Raiders. And like I've said, I've seen 4 of them. I've never seen them say no. I've never seen not one, from Tony Sperano to Rich Bisaccia to Antonio Pierce. Who else was also an interim coach? Hugh Jackson. None of them. All of them said yeah. Because being a Raider coach, if you're a real Raider, is the most prestigious thing you could be. Being an owner, real Raiders don't get to be owners. Why you think Charles Woodson didn't become a Raider owner? You don't think he deserved to be one? Richard Seymour's one, but Richard Seymour, he's a Raider, but he's also a Patriot. Tom Brady, you know what he is. He never played for your team in his life. Y'all was swinging off his testicles. Patrick Graham has a right to be here or not to be here, but give him that choice. Give him that choice, bro. Give him that choice. You never know. Mark might have did what Robert Kraft did with Gerard Mayo. Told him 4 years before he was going to be the coach. Nobody knew it but them two. You don't know what Mark has told Patrick Graham. Could have told Patrick Graham, yo, man, you next one up. Pete sets the team up, does a Mark Jackson. Ain't that right? Sarah and Justin Saw. Come on, man. Steve Kerr didn't put those Warriors together, bruh. Mark Jackson did. Mark Jackson put those people together. And what happened? They got rid of Mark Jackson and gave it to Kerr. Kerr just did a John Gruden. John Gruden didn't win that Super Bowl when he beat us, bro. That was Tony Dungy's team. Say it wasn't. Yeah, Mark Jackson. That's Mark Jackson's squad. Ask Curry and them niggas. Go ask Curry. Go ask Dre. I bet you Dre don't say. Have you heard any of them dudes ever say anything bad about Mark Jackson? A lot of these Warrior fans is Raider fans. A lot of you Warrior fans are Raider fans. I see y'all talk shit. You guys talk like Mark Jackson, like y'all talk about AP. You talk about Mark Jackson and AP are the same when it comes to you guys. That's facts. Say I'm lying. Oh, come on, Shaq. Dude, everybody in my family, Dub Nation. My father, my brother, his girl. They all Niners too. I'm the black sheep of the family. I'm the Shaq sheep of the family. I do what I want. I like what I want. I stand on my square. I don't do what my family does. I love my family, but I'm me. I'm an individual. I talk to my dad about the Warriors all the time. Okay? All the time he calls me up. My father doesn't say, I answer the phone. Yeah, what's up, Dad? My dad doesn't say, hey, son, what's going on? That's what my dad do. My dad says, what's going on with my Warriors? What's going on with my Niners? What's going on with y'all? What's going on? That's the first thing he says. He don't say. Mark Jackson put that Warriors team together. He didn't get no credit for it. Has Mark Jackson ever been a coach again? Tell me when Mark Jackson got another chance. Tell me when Mark Jackson, who put together a team that's ran off 4 championships and a 72, 73-9 team, tell me when he got another chance to be a coach. Never. Same with AP. Okay. It was Tony's team when he lived in Tampa. When the Bucks beat us, nobody said anything because we was pissed. Same thing with Tony. Same thing with Tony Dungy. But the difference is Tony Dungy had a chance to go up there and rub it in everybody's face when he went up there with Peyton Manning. He left Brad Johnson and them dudes to go to Omaha. And not Nebraska. Made them pay for that. Guess who's in the Hall of Fame? Guess who's the first black head coach in the history of the National Football League to walk away with a Lombardi? The same dude that you railroaded and used him to bring in Gruden. Who's more respected as an NFL coach? Tony Dungy or Chucky? They both got the same amount of rings. But somebody is more decorated than somebody else. Like I said, you keep playing around. The worst nightmare that can happen to you funky ass Raider fans is that AP does get another chance. And he wins a Super Bowl before you win one. Ooh, all you shit talkers. Let's just say that if AP goes to another coaching team and wins a Super Bowl before you win one, what's gonna be your excuse then? We've already seen it happen. I just told you Tony Dungy was the same shit. Tony Dungy got ran out of town for John Gruden. He didn't have no problem. He wasn't losing. They just decided to go another direction because they wanted John Gruden to be the coach. Tony Dungy went up to Indianapolis and cleaned up, became a Hall of Famer. Is John Gruden in the Hall of Fame? Nope. Do not let AP get another job and win a Super Bowl before you. I'll be crying laughing, bro, if that ever happened. AP goes somewhere and he becomes a coach and he wins a championship before your dumbass fools win. Y'all gonna hate him more. He still sucks. Yeah, but he won some shit. And he already has more Super Bowls than you. He's already a Super Bowl champion. Didn't he beat your owner? Y'all always talking shit about AP, man. But I just keep telling you how y'all are failures. AP's already a Super Bowl champion. What are you talking about? He beat your owner, your undefeated owner, who was 17-0, who, without question, had everybody thinking he was going to win a Super Bowl. And Antonio Pierce walked away with that Lombardi on his ass. And who was the captain on that team? The same guy y'all be trying to diss. He got more chips than you. AP has more chips than you. That's talking shit. And as a matter of Raider Nation, he's a two-ringer. It's funny to me how y'all be barking, but you come over here and you get put in your place. You need to go to them other places that you like to go to because they don't know what I know. AP's a Raider fan. He's a two-ringer, bro. Okay? And he has a Super Bowl against your owner, who's the GOAT. Put one of these on his resume. You don't have shit as a fan. He has two. You have none. Zero. None. So if I was you guys, man, like I said before, you need to go to the other places where they don't know all of this. Cowboys beat my Raiders that day. Gruden's the most overrated coach ever. There's more coaches that are overrated than him. I think. He's on the list, but I think there's other coaches that are more overrated than him. Okay. It's hard to be overrated when you did win a championship. I think Marty Schottenheimer's, rest in peace, was super overrated. He did all that barking and all that shit and he didn't win nothing. Okay. By the way, here's a question. If PC retired, you asked Basaccia or AP to come back and coach you? Sure. I'd interview them all. PG might not want to be the coach. I would definitely bring Basaccia in and AP in. I would, if I was Mark. If I'm trying to win, I would do that. Justin Brown, how old are you, bro? I'm really trying to be patient with you. You gotta be young, bro. Does it really matter who's the coaches if we don't draft better? Who you think's drafting? Come on, bro. You gotta be young, bro. You have to be. Please tell me you young, bro. Please tell me you're sophomore in high school or something. So I don't. Come on, bro. Who you think is drafting players? Who you think is identifying what the needs are? You think a good coach isn't going to draft well? A good coach is going to draft well, bro, because he knows his needs of his team. Like I said, man, I don't know, bro. Okay. All right, man, I done talked enough, man. Some of these people conversations, man, making my head hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go, man. I've talked enough. Too little, too late, in my opinion, to fire people, man. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to help us win. That's all I care about. But I'm not going to sit around here and cry over no wins. I'm a 3-time champion. You'll see in Vegas on next week how much of a champion I am when you see all that merch. All right, man. Love all y'all, man. Y'all have a good night. Be safe out there. Be careful. But listen to what I said. Matthew Shackelford.